Screen.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Hello,
everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Sorry for the couple-minute delay. We just literally got back home about 20 minutes ago, half hour ago from Legacy Place and beyond.
And beyond. Which
So,
was, what a day. What a week.
yeah.
What a 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been crazy, right?
It has been crazy. We definitely want to stress that it's time to get back to basics. It's time to get back to stressing what we've all come together to talk about, to protest about, to stand out about. And that's Karen. I know a lot of people don't especially need that reminder, and that's fine, but some people do. And it's our responsibility as a movement to bring it all back, to reel it all back in. It's our responsibility. We are, I feel, separate from everything else as far as the movement goes. We are the people, and we are a very important part of this movement. Everybody has their role. No matter what it is, we all play a role, and we're all individually important to this, and we have to stay focused. So we had a great day today as far as togetherness and happiness. I have to stand out in Dedham. Dennis Sweeney brought us all together, and his words were even before the standout, just getting everybody all together to come out today, and his words at the standout were amazing. And we're going to be sharing those with you. It's actually Brenda's birthday today. Happy birthday, Brenda.
Hey.
We love you.
Yes,
Happy birthday.
Brenda.
What a great day. So yeah, we got a lot of texts, we got a lot of messages, we got a lot of phone calls this week. And we do feel obligated to speak out because I think people count on us, and it's very humbling that people come to us in times of what's the word I'm looking for?
This time, I don't know.
Detachment.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll work.
And to try to just bring it all back together. Like Dennis said, the days of the buffer zone, when we were all just, we knew what we needed to do, and we didn't care what anybody said. And, we're our own people, we're our own movement, and we just really need to keep it together. We know what that entails. So, we did it today, and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got to continue to do that. Wednesday is a big day also at the at Morrissey's office. It's a day of coming together for justice for everybody involved in this corrupt situation. But yeah, we just have to keep moving on, not stay in the let's stay in the rut that we're kind of in right now, and just keep moving forward with positivity rather than negativity. So I don't know. What are you going to say about that?
No, I think, to your point, we're in a lull right now, and I think it's a, idle hands, and it's causing a lot of us a lot of problems. And, not major, but nothing we can't get past. But to Tracy's point, let's refocus. It's time to bring it back in. To the grassroots. Dennis is saying the buffer zone. Let's bring it all back to that. We need to just step back, realize why we're here, and furthermore, it's Tracy says this movement is about Karen. But let's dissect that a little further and say this is all Karen. Every different branch off of this case is because of what happened with Karen Reed and what was exposed. So now we have the select board, the audit, the town of Canton, the people in the town of Canton getting impacted. Aiden and the fake victim and KP and Laura. I mean, there's so many different facets to this. So let's, again, this is all about Karen and it's all encompassing. So, we really need to focus on why we're here. We're all here for the same reason. I see the same people in the chat week after week. Everybody understands what's going on and why we're here. This has caused problems between family members, friendships, and that type of thing. It's caused a lot of. Everybody's put a lot out there on the line, and it's appreciated. And nobody's ever asked anyone to step up and say, you need to do this. Everybody's done this of their own accord. So for whatever role everyone plays, every individual part, whether you deem it big or small, it's all big. It's all impactful. It all helps. So thank you all for what you continue to do. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. There's a long fight ahead of us. And, we may get, one bomb dropped and Josh Levy might step in next week and say, hey, whoever you are, your time is up. You're gone. It's a win. And we still got a road ahead of us. So let's, keep focused, everybody. It's all we can do. So
I mentioned Wednesday. What's the time on Wednesday?
Wednesday is 2 to 5,
2 to 5.
and I believe that's at Morrissey's office and
Shawmut Ave.
45 Shawmut and Canton, and that's also doesn't Karen have a thing for
Karen has a thing
on Wednesday morning as well. So 9 o'clock. I'm because Dina and I were talking about
all right
today.
Okay.
So Dina's going to attempt to be live from both locations on Wednesday. I'm hoping to get to Morrissey's office in the afternoon.
Same. Yeah. We're working, but we'll try to get there. But might be a little late, but
lots going on. I hope everybody can attend. We're going to go live again on Tuesday night as we usually do. And we'll get more into Wednesday's events and upcoming events, but we wanted to talk about Canton tonight, and we wanted to talk about what happened today. Today was really it was a good day. It felt good. We left out of there. I felt really.
It was uplifting and more positive than. There's actually a message from Dennis that I wanted to share. Now I can't find it. But Dennis said that it felt a lot better. It felt like the old days. Here it is. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. It's a day the ship made a U-turn. We got that feeling back, and it's true. There was so many of us together. A lot of new people and people that don't usually come to Denham. I mean, that was only our second time in Denham. So we
haven't been all that much yet, so we don't even know.
Yeah,
we're the new people.
We're the new people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good feeling. It was a lot of love. So, do you want to play that video of Dennis right now?
Let's get Jenn on because she was there for that as well.
Yeah, see what Jenn has to say.
And Jenn might have more to add to it.
She definitely does for sure. So let me just kind of get this down, and we will welcome our lovely guest.
This isn't even a guest.
I know it's not even a guest.
The host of the show.
She's the host of the show. The reason we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Sundays with Jenn.
There we go.
There she is. Hi, Jenn.
Hello. I was just sending myself a reminder.
I think I know what that reminder is.
Just you wait for it.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Today was a long ass day.
It was.
Okay.
It was.
Okay.
So we were gone for a while, but it was a long ass.
It was a long ass day.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
Still
a very
going on.
Yep.
So, yeah. So Jen, what did you feel about today? What was the feeling you had when you left there today? Was it more uplifting? Was it more positive? Or what do you think?
It was beautiful. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was just a wonderful reminder of why we come back to the sidewalk repeatedly, what we're chasing when we're on that sidewalk. You know, like it all comes together. It feels amazing being out there. It feels amazing being with people that you've spent the past year, and for some of us, a year plus, building relationships with each other and standing in solidarity, not only for Officer John O'Keefe and Karen Reed, but many, many more people throughout the year, you know, as Dana. And like, first, I feel like I should just start by saying, like, done, show's over. We can go to bed now, Dana. You said everything that was on my list to say.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
Like,
Let me
Adam,
back up. Let's rewind.
Start again. Start again.
Well,
I'm like,
you
did
know,
you like share my inner thoughts with him?
I did. While I was outside blowing leaves around my yard yesterday for 6 hours, I had a lot of time to think, and it's really been kind of as everybody's been weighing on everybody's mind to regroup. So
Yeah.
sorry to steal your thunder.
Oh no, it was like, well, it was really cool though, because it was truly almost word for word, like everything that I've been thinking for the past couple of days, but really solidified today. And it all does come back to just all the people that are part of the movement. And it's not any individual person. And one thing that I thought of, like while I was taking a shower, why for the like StreamYard video, I needed a shower, but while in everyone's presence today, it didn't feel like it was a necessity. You're welcome. That's love. That is love.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate it. No.
But today was just an amazing reminder to all of that, like what it is all really about, that fundamental feeling that you get from it, the validation that you get from it, the constant beeps. I think there were only a couple of thumbs down. There was one girl, I don't know what she was trying to prove. She was driving a nice car. It was a nice car, and she was a cutish girl. I mean, she wasn't like horrendous, and she was driving with the tank top, and this is all relevant because she had the top down in the convertible.
Oh,
And
I
she's
saw that. Yeah.
She's driving by, and then all of a sudden she throws her hand up, and of course we all think she's gonna like wave, and she gives everyone the finger. And
Oh, like, really? I missed it. Damn it.
I saw that.
See, if you had waved, I would have been like, isn't she a cute girl enjoying this weather? A bit chilly for me, but you know, right. Now I'm like, look at you, dumb bitch. Yeah. Are you so hungover that like even the AC is not cooling you off? Like you need to calm down right now?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Exactly. Dumb bitch.
I forgot. I'm supposed to keep it positive tonight.
No, but she was a dumb bitch.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's her own fault. She brought it on herself.
Yeah, she could have just drove right by.
Yeah.
But
she provided like a good story, so
yeah, thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, dumb bitch.
You know, it's like, thank you. Just move on. Well, you don't have to stop and give me the.
She had no like what did it serve? And did she drive by, see us there, pull over, get that top down, strip down a couple of layers? This wasn't like weather appropriate clothing that she was wearing. So
that new kid was all bundled up today. It was cool.
The new kid? Who's the new kid?
No, Nanook of the North. She's all bundled up. She's like,
It was cold when the wind started in the
This
When
summer.
girl's
you
running
first
with
showed
it.
up, though, you just had your hoodie on.
Yeah, it was. I have 3 layers under it, but still, it was still freezing.
Do you still have 3 layers on?
I do, yeah. I'm cold.
Yeah.
I thought
My
it
heart
was
is warm, but my body is freezing.
See, Paul Lynch gets it. New.
Nanook. Yeah, he gets it.
Thanks, Paul.
We love you, Paul.
We do love you, Paul. Great
Yeah.
seeing you today.
But yeah, so being on the sidewalk today just felt amazing. There were loads of beeps, not much negative feedback and like no negative energy. So that's the important stuff. Like, so it is easy to stay positive tonight because we're just going to talk about the positive stuff why we keep coming back, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So we keep coming back because when you're on the sidewalk, you feel like you're getting a big warm hug.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's your first time on the sidewalk, like you're still going to be embraced by everyone on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And that's
It
what
is.
today was like, as each person's getting out of their car, whether they had been to Dedham a million times, once or twice, or their very first time there. I don't know if there was anyone that was there for the first time, but regardless, you're going to be entering with and receiving the same energy as everybody else.
Yep.
And if you seem like that seems like a lot to be receiving, like our group is so amazing. Like we pull back. We're like, whoa, I think we're a bit much. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
all just have like verbal diarrhea. We're like, whoa, I think they're exhibiting signs of fear.
Yeah.
Right.
We came on too strong.
Yeah, right.
Walk away slowly while still maintaining eye contact. But yeah, so like and we laugh and we have music and we dance. Like we've been dancing since the gate, like since the go. Like excuse me, Miss Roxy. Miss Roxy came back in.
Hi. Hi, Roxy girl. Hi, Roxy girl.
She won't look up. She's being weird.
She's being weird.
Yeah. We'll see. Oh, she just covered her eyes. She's upset.
Oh,
I'm sorry. She's like, stop it.
I know.
Oh my God. What it is, the whole thing about today was, I mean, we've only been there twice. Like, Tracy was saying, we've only been there 2 times.
You've been there so many more. You've been at everything else, though.
Yeah.
We're there in spirit. It's far. It's not our regular standout. We kind of go to the ones that are closer to us. But but I'm telling you, the vibe in Dedham is completely different.
It really is. Because, I mean, that group there. Plus, what I think it is, too, is, I mean, look at that picture, right? This was the core group. It's Canton folks, right? It's the people of Canton.
That was a great
the pictures here. Hold on, I'm gonna pull these up here. Oh, we can still talk through it. I mean,
look at that.
This is like, this is the core group of people, and they're all from Canton. It's
how cool is that?
It's very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's what kind of pushes the vibe there. I think literally just having so many people knowing that you all are impacted like you are, I think that really sets the tone when you walk up. You're like, this is why we're here, and I was happy to be there.
Same.
And it feels like a lot of the OGs and not everybody can make it to the sidewalk every single standout, and not everyone can make it to the sidewalk every single weekend. And all of that. And like when I say stuff like this, it's not to exclude any other person's efforts that they're able to do. I'm just expressing like what the feeling on the sidewalk for me individually means, and for what a lot of people have expressed to not only me, but to you guys as well. Like it's a common message from people that they feel like they're getting embraced. They feel welcomed. They feel like they're instantly part of something. They were nervous to go because everyone seemed to know each other. They were all going to, in your perceived idea, be cliquey. And it's none of that.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it is like that core group of people that you just showed. That core group of people developed over time. Like they were all always in, they were all always pro Karen Reed, pro justice for John O'Keefe. Like they were all always on that aspect. I'm not saying they suddenly like turned team Reed or anything, but they became more vocal as time went on, because that goes to show you how uncomfortable it truly is to be vocal of your opinion on Karen Reed. If you feel she's innocent and you feel that the Canton police in any shape or form had any wrongdoing in it. Pardon me, I have the hiccups all of a sudden.
I had the hiccups all day. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to scare her at one point. Didn't work.
Yeah.
You can scare me. Do it. It'll be good.
Wait a minute. Is that not scary enough?
That doesn't scare me at all. At all.
Thanks,
I look
Jen.
forward to it. Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
You're a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I really, I just I would hope to see more of the same. You know, I mean, the vibe, the caring, this group is amazing. I mean, it literally, I mean, it's not just that core of people that was at, you know, Legacy Place, but I mean, you look at all those people that were in that picture. Those are Canton people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when this whole thing started, it started with Karen Reed, and that exposed everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And now all the corruption that has probably been there forever is now finally exposed, you know, based upon what Aiden brought to the table. It brought everything forward. And now you guys are living, you know, you're experiencing it. You're living it every single day. It's crazy. You know, I was talking to people today, and you know, we went out afterwards to that, what was that joint? The Irish Boston, something, whatever it was. I don't know.
The brewery.
Irish
the brewery at
Boston.
Norwood there. It was really good for one plug. But talking to the people there, it was so it was people from the Standout and people from Canton, and the stories that they shared, you know, and the passion and the love that they have for that community and what they are seeing and witnessing and what they want to see going forward it's amazing. You know, they really truly care. But you know, when they're over caring, sometimes I think, I don't know, Jen, correct me if I'm wrong, but from other people in town, I mean, the people look at you all like you're kind of nuts. Like, why do you give a shit so much? And you know,
yeah. Sorry. Guess what? Roxy was just eating a chair.
Oh, that's good.
Sometimes you need a little treat.
Sometimes I eat chairs.
I'm like, I have to sit here really quietly while she's like, she moved my shoe like next to her, and she was like so disturbed by it. She like got up and walked away. I'm disappointed that I have actually wanted to hear like firsthand some of the stories of the individuals that you were out with.
Yeah.
I am disappointed, although for very good reason. I could not join you guys. I already had a prior engagement of people that I had invited to my house.
Yep.
So, but I think that some of them have probably witnessed worse in the sense of maybe like face to face or actually like commenting to their children or about their children and stuff. Like a lot of the retaliation for me is kind of like cowardly, you know, it's anonymous or on platforms that I can't see, like call out number one, Gary Titus, for example.
Gary.
Yeah. He might
love for Gary.
Love for Gary.
Yeah.
He had mentioned something so simple as when Will the Glarer was out visiting, we're all in the waterfall. Gary must have gotten a picture with Will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he posted it on Facebook. It was screenshotted and shared by our favorite elite individual, PM3.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know PM3
Wonderful.
is so good.
Yep.
So good. I hope he's doing well. I hope
I'm
he's
a
getting
fan.
ready for the holidays, enjoying life.
of course.
Yeah. But instead, he's picking on people like Gary, who truly, as far as townies go, has remained incredibly respectful, considering, I'm sure, the bullshit stories that man probably has in his pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
he has been a DJ and in and out of the bar scene in our area. Like, that has been his career path, like,
Yep.
for a very long time. The conversations that man has probably overheard or
Oh, yeah.
and firsthand witnessed the fuckery amongst the individuals in our town
Yep.
must be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know, like, it's always the people that are in the room that you don't know, you don't realize are in the room that, like, hear everything,
Yeah.
you know? So PM3 being the upstanding, wanting to reunite the town of Canton and diffuse any hostile situations, took this completely, Aiden, you got to walk away with that, please. He's on the VR set.
Hi, Aiden.
Right next Aiden, walk away, please.
Walk away.
So they took a picture of him and Will, and then they made comments underneath about his wife, his daughter, his granddaughter. Like, there were mentions of his family members. Like, what sick individuals are you?
Yep.
Like, what little games are you playing? Like, that doesn't make you a man. That makes you the polar opposite. I'm supposed to keep it nice, so I can only dwindle on this for a quick second.
Yep.
But, like, you're not a man. You're not a tough guy. You're a loser. Like, that's what that is. You attack a man by going after his family. That means you got nothing on him. He's so upstanding and good man that you got nothing on him, that you have to go attack his brand new born baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Aren't you the same man who publicly tried to shame me for having a two-way conversation, FYI, but you only highlighted my part of the conversation? Like, didn't you threaten me that night not to mention your family ever again? What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Right. Exactly.
Why are you mentioning that man's family? Why are you bringing his family into it? Because he took a picture with someone who is visiting from out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, that's so insulting to the core fabric of our town's existence that you had to attack him and go after his family because of a picture. You all need to get a grip. Like,
yep. And that's where we're at.
We're standing up and we're loud and we're causing a spectacle. And as you said, Dana, like, they paint us like we are crazy. I've sent, not you, Dana, but I've sent the ladies pictures that I've seen on Twitter where, like, it's literally like me in a straitjacket, like, looking all crazy. Like, I've seen them all. I just don't comment. I don't dwell on it, but, like, I've seen the shit. And, like, it's always, everywhere is always a comment on my mental health. Like, I am so mentally mature, it would blow their motherfucking minds. Sit at my table and talk to me.
Yeah.
Get real, get deep, put the bullshit at the door. Like, let's get to know each other. And, like, you'd be amazed. I could tell you a thing or two about yourself. Myself as well. I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah.
Of course, I get the final say on whether they're relevant.
Of course.
As do you.
Yeah. The final diagnosis.
But like that's their go-to, is always painting us out like we're crazy.
Yeah.
We're crazy because we're standing up and we're fighting for Karen Reed. That makes us crazy because she's being railroaded, because she's being framed, because the very fabric of our town is crumbling under corruption and the weight and the burden of all the dirty secrets and all the skeletons, legit, serious. I'm talking bones, people, like dead bodies. Dead bodies. Our town is carrying around dead bodies on its shoulders, and it's going to kill us all. It's sinking us all. And it sounds so dramatic. And I mean, yeah, I have a flair for the dramatics.
No.
I'm not going to say I don't mean to sound dramatic. I do. I practice.
It's totally on purpose.
It's on purpose. I can't apologize for it anymore. It's going to be on repeat.
Yeah, don't.
But like, they need to pull it together, because what they measure is worth tearing this man apart for. Like, honestly, like Gary Titus.
Right.
Seriously. Yeah,
Like,
right.
You are
Exactly.
a good man. You are an upstanding man. You are true to your family. You have not done anything that's put your family in danger. You haven't been so outspoken that anyone should be saying boo to you.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason they're doing it is because they know how upstanding of a man you are. So they are afraid of you because you're a good human being. And when you speak, because you do sit back and you are reserved, when you do speak, you have something to say and people actually listen, because you don't just run up and say stuff whenever you get the opportunity.
Yep.
So for that, like, yeah, they're scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to attack you over a silly little photo because you have power without being in their face, without screaming, without doing any of the things that they want to put the narrative on us and like paint us as being. None of us are crazy. Like Whitey's not crazy. Eric's not crazy.
Yeah.
John Camo, I mean,
but he's my
I
kind of
want
crazy.
to say he's not crazy just so I can keep on like this particular soapbox, but like that man's a little bit cracked.
See, I can relate to John's crazy level of crazy, so it's all good.
I would take him no other way. As a matter of fact, I don't want him if he's not cracked. If anyone fixes him, return it.
Yeah.
Pop him on his head, put him back to where he was.
Again, though, I mean, like there's another one there. I mean, what he's done, and I mean, he lives out of town, but he's a Canton guy.
Yeah.
He lives it. He goes through it. He knows all the people. He's very vested in it. Yeah.
He knows the stories.
Yeah.
He's been to the parties. He's been to the bars. Like, they're just so, people always think that just because they've moved on from the past, that the past has moved on from them. That's not the case.
Yep.
It has this peculiar way of haunting you.
Yep.
He's again, there's so many. Everybody in that group, everybody that was in that picture, and then some. There's some great.
I mean, there's definitely not everyone from.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, if you look at it, and it's the same passion, it's the same love of community, the same love of love your neighbor and all that. It's really, truly, it's incredible, and to have other people looking in and saying, oh, they're freaking out. And what the hell? What do they care about? Like, why are they doing this? Because you say it's about Karen Reed. It is. But again, like I said earlier,
for me personally, it is not solely about Karen Reed.
As it shouldn't.
The story that opened my eyes to the big picture.
Right.
She is the story that opened my eyes to what is happening within my town. If it wasn't for her, and quite honestly, no one else could do what Karen Reed does. Yeah. I really don't think anyone else is built the same. Like, it has to be how she's built, the way that she's sustained, her level of classiness and ability to hold her head above it all. And I'm sure, because she's human, just like the rest of us, that there are moments that she isn't her strongest. Like, there has to, if she's not, then like I would be also a little bit worried, because that's not
Right.
normal either, right?
Right.
Like,
Absolutely.
you can't sustain that amount of pressure and never have a cracking moment, or never have not a cracking moment, because like I don't think she's ever, that implies that like she's broken or chipped or faulted in some way, and I don't mean it like that, but like everyone has a moment where like you just get to scream fuck as long as you
Oh,
loud as
absolutely.
you can,
Yeah.
and like get all those raw emotions out of you, and like have a good cry, and then like take a nappy nap.
Yeah.
Take a nap. Yeah,
Take a
exactly.
nap.
Take a nap.
Get back up and go round two.
I'll
And
tell
like
you,
fast,
good nap goes a long way with me. I'm good with that.
right?
That's great. But no, you're absolutely right. I mean, you look at Karen, you look at everything that she goes through all the time, day to day for the better half of almost 2 years now. Well,
Yeah.
right? And then you got, well, not even 2, 3, right? Technically,
Yeah.
22, we're going to 25. So, I
Wow.
mean, look at all the time that they've, that whole family has, what they've had to endure over the course of time. Now, here we are as, again, it's more isolated to, technically your town, your county, and we're outsiders coming in, but we look at everything and say, if this didn't start with Karen, like, it's been going on for years, right? There's no question about this. The corruption and all the shit has been going on forever and ever and ever. But without Karen's case being broken, again, we would have not known what, it wouldn't have been exposed.
You
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
be,
known to be looking at
right.
other
It was
things
just
that
like
we have looked
business
at.
as usual.
Yeah.
It would be just
Yeah.
business as usual. Nothing to see
Of
here.
course.
Right.
Yeah.
There he is. Brother Will.
I will.
How you doing, bud?
Tracy. I will.
I will.
Now you're one of us. You just,
I know.
hey, how you doing?
What's up, Will?
What's up?
He is. He's a Bostonian.
He is.
now.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
But yeah, I think that the focus is it's critical. We've been going at it and going strong. And I thought about it yesterday while I was doing all that nonsense leaf blowing. It's like a lot of a good thing sometimes is a bad thing, right? So, a lot of people don't step away, but the people that can, good on them. But sometimes it's people like yourself, you don't have the luxury of stepping away, right? You can't just like shut it down. You can try, you can go away, but it's going to be back here. It's not going away. You can't just shut it down. That's tough. Talking to those guys today afterwards was really more eye-opening for me than any conversation I've had.
Yeah, it's like when I'm not at my house, I'm checking my cameras. Like when the ring goes off, like they'll be like, "What are you looking at?" And I'm like, "Just seeing who's outside my house." Now I check. Now I notice. Before I'd be like, "Oh, it must have been an animal at 11:30 at night." Like I'm not gonna watch every time it buzzes, but now I check. Yep.
Yeah. It's different. It's so different now. You guys have to live all this stuff, so you can't just turn it off. Yeah. So I think that the more people that are starting to get involved, I think in town, it seems like more people that were on the outside looking in are starting to come inside, right? You see new faces. I think it's the tides are turning.
Well, I think when the select board chooses to continuously cower in their homes, and then when people come to their homes and protest, then file paperwork on that, like use their resources in their town against their citizens, like more and more citizens start to say, what is going on?
Right.
It needs to stop. Like whether she's right or wrong, two wrongs don't make a right. And what you're doing is wrong as well. Like you're abusing your power.
Yep.
Like And they are. I asked somebody said today, like, oh, this will go on, the Zoom meetings will go on till March. And I was like, March?
Yeah.
What? There's no threat.
Yeah.
No citizen, even when TB came into the room, he wasn't a physical threat to anybody in that room. He was a comical threat to the entire board.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Completely.
But he wasn't a physical threat.
Nope.
Nobody has physically, even like when John Delgado stormed the microphone, he was never physically intimidating anyone. It was just passion coming out of him.
Absolutely.
It was frustration. It was compassion. Like, stop with the narrative that we are dangerous in some way or we are disrupting the meeting. Just because you do not like the words coming out of our mouth and the tone that we are using does not mean we are disrupting the meeting. Disrupting meeting means you're preventing it from moving forward.
Right.
Having my time at the microphone isn't disrupting the meeting. I could be screaming the alphabet backwards. And it's my right to do so. Like, it's not disturbing the meeting. It's public comments. It's what I chose to do with my time during public comments.
But acknowledge what you're saying, right? You guys go up there and it's like a number, and you're not even like, you may as well be speaking to the wall. You know, it's terrible. They should at least, go. I would say they should at least acknowledge what you're saying, or say, you know, they thank you. Next number, please. It's friggin' nonsense. You know, like next week they should say, hey, we
they
heard
do to some people.
Yeah,
I do believe they thanked Mrs. Richards. Or whatever her name was. I do. I think, and they didn't say her first name either. They just called her Mrs. So-and-so.
Right.
That's very respectful. Was that what she typed in? Because I can't get it to go past Jenn.
Right.
But you know fucking damn well who it is. Especially now you know who it is.
Yeah.
You have the ring footage.
What?
Can I FOIA Mike's ring footage? I can.
Yeah, you can.
Right? Why can't I?
There you go.
You probably might get a hard time, but he can.
But technically, like, it is evidence in like paperwork that he used against me. They said they watched the Ring doorbell footage.
Yep.
So they've seen it. So like I should be able to see what he got this grant, like this paperwork for. But whatever. I mean, it's just busy work on my end to get, but it would be nice to have. I like having a full file.
Yeah, of course. For the archive.
Documentation, document.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an attorney's favorite thing when a client walks in with the whole file full of documents.
Yeah, absolutely. For the archives, you have it for posterity later. Yeah, it's I don't know.
When my grandchildren want to hear, my children will be like, "Don't ask her."
Oh yeah.
Don't ask grandma about
Hold on. I got the ring footage right here.
I know, right?
See, right here, I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Laughlin." No, I do think I called him Mike.
So today was really emotional, I think, too. I think getting everybody re-grounded on where we're going. And I think specifically, what kicked it all off was Brenda's birthday. Really kind of brought a good vibe. And there was treats.
Yes, many treats and cake, coffee, donuts.
So it was really great. But singing happy birthday to Brenda was amazing. And then Dennis's speech right afterwards was very honest. It was very genuine, very from the heart. And I really appreciated it. So we actually have some of that. We're going to play that now. Check this out. But it was really,
it got your tissues.
Yeah. It was very emotional. Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Here we go.
To you, happy birthday, dear Brenda. Happy birthday
just want to say one thing over this side. Thank you to all you fucking people right there. Mr. Good. You guys are the warriors. This is the buffer zone. This is the love. This is the happiness. This is what we want. We want it for Karen, for us and John O'Keefe, Enrique, like Dina says, I forget how to say all them names, but we're only here for that. Nothing else matters.
Right.
Let's go, people. Let's
Yeah,
That was awesome.
that was great.
I love Dennis.
Yeah. So again, I mean, that just, it goes to show the passion and the love that, everybody brings to the table. Dennis was very emotional. That was an emotional moment, and I think that it was, it kind of, I don't know, resonated pretty heavy on a lot of people.
Yeah, and if anyone can do that, it's Dennis. He's kind of like our dad.
Yeah.
My dad, the speed.
Yeah.
That you look forward to seeing.
That's right. That's right.
There's a
My-
difference.
My dad and the speedo.
Oh my god.
Seriously, both Brenda and Dennis, though, are just genuinely good people with genuinely raw hearts that are in this for the right reason, for all the right reasons. And they're choosing to spend their time together fighting corruption.
Right.
Like, they put so many hours into this, and I keep saying, like, oh, I have to play nice. I have to be nice tonight. And it's because Dennis had reached out to me the other day, and he was like, I need your help just rallying everyone. Like, we need to get the buffer zone back. We need to bring the heart and soul back into the movement. Like, all this noise is killing us. And it's true. Like, when there's all that noise going on, what the people that are making the noise don't realize is you're taking away from the feeling that we get being part of all of this, because you're focusing so much on your fucking selves that you don't remember that, like, you're not an island. This isn't like, it's your individual show. No one can take that from you. But, like, your involvement in this movement isn't an island. It's not your movement. None of you fucking own the movement. And, like, that goes for Aiden too. And I'm not trying to get on that man's shit list.
Yeah, you know.
That's not, like, hear me out, buddy. Hear me out. Before you start typing your column. But, like, you were the call for action. You got the people to unite.
Right.
No one can ever fucking take that from you, dude. You achieved, like, you literally moved mountains. You moved mountains. You got people that would have on a regular basis had absolutely no interest in partaking in any activities, never mind willfully and joyfully hanging out with each other for months on end on the side of a road during inclement weather year round.
Right.
Yeah.
And, like, look forward to it and tell stories like it's from, like, the good old days. Like, our stories are phenomenal with one another. Like, to the point, some people don't even believe some of the stories we tell. And I'm like, I swear to God, I swear to children.
Yeah.
Like, because they're so phenomenal. But, like, after that, once it became a movement, once the title, The Movement, became a thing, ownership of it ended.
Right.
There's no one individual who's in charge of it. I'm not in charge of it. Dennis isn't in charge of it. You guys aren't in charge of it. Karen's not in charge of it. Yannetti's not in charge of it, and that man can be in charge of whatever he wants to be in charge of.
Hey, now.
Hey, how you doing, eh?
I'm spicy tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary!
Oh,
Gary
that's-
volunteered for this.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he absolutely did.
Sacrificed himself this evening. So he's gonna get it all. But like, it doesn't belong to any of us.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason that it keeps moving is because it keeps changing hands. Because
Right.
it needs to grow. It
Right.
needs to draw in more people. It needs to encompass more things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at one point, one could say the Roccos were in charge of the movement because the prime focus of the movement suddenly became primarily fundraising.
Right.
Then you could say it fell into the hands of some of the YouTubers because they were constantly streaming from the sidewalk lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like then you could say it became the hands of the people on the sidewalk that were catering to the masses and feeding them every day.
Right.
Then you could say it's the security team. Like there's so many moments
Yep.
that people don't realize that without those individual moments, the whole thing would have fucking derailed.
Right.
Nobody fully understands and appreciates how many times, like, this isn't the first rodeo, guys. It may
Right.
be the first rodeo that some of you are experiencing. It may be the first public outburst, the first public temper tantrum by one of those darn little YouTubers. It just might be your first one. It is motherfucking not one of ours. All of you have thrown temper tantrums. All of you have stepped out of line. All of you have acted a fool. You have.
Yep.
You may not think that anyone noticed because we are very gracious.
Yes, we are.
Have.
Yeah.
And if you need reminding, I can remind you. Like,
Yes, you can.
and it's not a threat. I said this to you guys earlier. A lot of people seem to like my outspokenness when it's directed at the select board, when it's directed at the school committee, when it's directed at KP, when it's directed at LG, when it's directed at the corruption, when it's directed to the state trooper who's kind of a dickhead, when it's directed at the cop who's a dickhead. Like everyone loves me then. Everyone loves that I'm real and that I just say it and I just, you know, I don't like go to be mean, but I just kind of call people out like it is. We can bring that home too. We can have a sit down. We can remind each other
Yeah.
where we have acted like fools. But I don't think we need to, because the whole point of that is not like to threaten anyone, because I don't want to make it off people's Christmas card list. I enjoy receiving Christmas cards.
I love cards.
I'll have my address.
The reason we keep getting up, by the way, is because our dog is a huge pain in the ass. So we're not trying to be rude. We're letting the dog in and out and getting trash out of his mouth because he got into it and
Oh, it's fine. I'm
whatnot.
not worried.
All right, we should be cool now.
For the moment.
For the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, so it's more like just a reminder that like we the movement has watched each and every one of you have your moment, and we have very graciously continued to move on and remember what we're here for, which is to end the corruption and fight for freedom for people who are being framed and for people who have lost their lives to
Yep.
all of the corruption, you know, like, and for the people within the town who have to live in fear that they could be next because they've been outspoken for the last 3 years. Like, that's a real thing too. Like,
True. Yeah. Oh,
real
yeah.
reality.
You know,
So-
that's the thing though. Now it's like this dog is ridiculous. Lock him up. Hold on a second. You just lost my train of thought.
Sorry, I know he's so distracting. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's all good. What he was doing. I don't know. Continue on. I lost my train of thought. I lost it. Dog.
My bad.
Yeah.
That's okay. What was I saying?
My bad.
Oh, but yeah, simply like we've all had our moments, like myself included, only a few people. I mean, I'm sure the public thinks they've seen my moments, but you actually have not. You haven't seen any of my personal moments. You've seen a few reactionary moments.
I've seen a couple.
You haven't seen my moments. A few people have. And I've had them. I've had the moments where, and I'll be honest, because we can't have honest conversations and we can't assure people within the movement that the way that they're feeling in like fatigue and burnout, like all of those things are real. And you don't have to be on the pavement every single standout and every single weekend. And you don't have to be, like a standout leader and all of that in order to experience the burnout. Even just constantly being in the YouTube chats and constantly signing in and watching all of those shows, like no joke, there's a lot of shows, guys.
Yeah.
There's so many shows. So that's hours and hours of viewing. So even just watching all of that, like you're willfully choosing that.
Right.
Over going out your front door, exercising, spending time with your loved ones, doing a hobby, working, making more money, going to school. Like you are actively choosing Karen Reed, Sandra Birchmore, Enrique, Justin Root, all of them. Like you are actively choosing them over your own personal life. Like that's, I think a lot of people need to also remember too. Like we need to be fair on both sides. It can't just be leave your problems at the door. Remember why you're here. You're part of this movement. Like I didn't join a movement to be a robot. I didn't join a movement so that I could march in line with everyone and fall in line when I was told to pull it together.
Yeah.
Like I joined a movement because I was passionate about what I was speaking on and because I felt camaraderie with the people that I was standing with shoulder to shoulder, marching against the corruption.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference to those two situations. So yes, am I a firm believer of leave your bullshit at your car? Like carry it with you all the way to the protest. If you are going through something in life and you are trying to work it out and you need to talk to yourself and you need to argue with yourself all the way to turning the car off and reaching for the door handle, like do it, work through your shit. But the minute your feet hit the pavement and you're walking up to that sidewalk, leave it behind.
Yeah.
And that goes for all the YouTubers too. Leave it behind. You tell us to all the time. You very high and mighty like to tell us what to fucking do, FYI. And I know I'm going to keep it nice. But this part has been weighing on me for a hot minute. And so I'm going to take my opportunity to say it.
Please do.
The fucking balls on some of you. Like, no thanks. No. Yes, we collectively need to pull it together, leave our drama at the door. Totally agree. But we also collectively need to remember that not a single motherfucking one of us is any better than anybody else.
Yep.
Every single one of you has got a pulse. Every single one of you has got blood running through your veins the same exact way. Every single one of you has got a heart. Every single one of you has got feelings. Every single one of you has got their own life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it is not fair for any of us, myself included, to think that we are allowed to tell somebody how they are allowed to process their feelings.
Right. Yep. Amen.
It becomes an ongoing thing. Every time you see them, they are breaking down into tears and unleashing the inner depths of their soul on the sidewalk. Like, yeah, like be like, know what, maybe the sidewalk's not it for you. You seem to be going through too much. You know, like find a way to kick them. But like if someone shows up who has been standing out there in and out every single day and they just show up one day and they're like batshit crazy, I'm just saying, like, just as an example, they're off their rocker batshit crazy for an entire day, but every other time they've kind of just been normal and like baseline. Do you think you could just cut them a break for that day? Like, couldn't we? And also, like, a friendly reminder, I don't know about you guys, but besides the fact that I'm fighting to end corruption, the individual cases don't actually implement my life at the end of the day.
Right.
Like, whether anyone knows I ever stood up for Karen Reed or Sandra Birchmore or Justin Root or Enrique, like, at the end of the day, anyone's knowledge of my involvement in this does not change the quality of my life. It does not warm me when I'm cold. The movement is not drying my tears. The movement is not going to be with me when I am sick. Like, remember that you have lives. Remember that, like, the movement isn't expected to coddle you. Like, it's not expected to care for you when you're sick. It's not expected any of those things. Like, we are together as, and like, can't and ruined this word for me, but as acquaintances. Real acquaintances, not can't acquaintances.
Yeah.
We are not thick acquaintances. We're actual acquaintances. We've met a few times. We have a same common goal, and we come together in large gatherings for that same common goal. So, like, the actions of each other on a daily, like on the sidewalk here and there, should not be impacting your life all that much. And if they are, maybe you need to take a break from the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the sidewalk's not the right place for you again.
Right. That's
so, like, again, like, if you're having a day that, like, by the time you put your feet on that pavement, you can't leave it behind you, it's going to impact the way that you conduct yourself when you're in the crowd or going live or any of that. Maybe don't. Maybe choose not to that day. Maybe choose not to be on camera, or maybe choose not to be in a crowd, because your actions that day do impact the energy in the movement. And that's not fair to everyone else who left their baggage at the car.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, and two of the most amazing people on the face of the earth who are like beautiful examples of that are Dennis and Brenda, by the way. Like, talk about, like, no matter what they have going on in their life, when their feet hit the pavement, I think it's before they even get in the car, they're committed to the energy that they're going for. But like, God forbid something was heavy on them, it would never transfer over onto the pavement. They would rather not be there than bring that baggage to the pavement. Yeah. So, like, that's just kind of like, I had wanted to touch on all of the drama amongst like the YouTubers, but without, overstepping myself either, or like hurting anyone's feelings or being rude to anyone. Cause, like, again, what they do, it's not going to impact me at the end of the day. Like, I mean, if Aiden writes a story on me, that'll probably impact me. But, like, overall, their existence, the tone they use on their lives isn't going to impact me.
Right. Right.
And Aiden, I like you, buddy. I really do. Like, and he's grown on me. I don't know if it's like a fungus or like some psychological warfare or what it is. But, like, the man's grown on me. Like, I find myself proud of him.
You should be. I mean,
Wow.
there's a,
Like, that's
Not
a
that he-
big word.
yeah,
And we're acquaintances.
yeah. But we're all proud of him. We're all
I
proud of him.
am. I'm really proud of him lately because, like, there's been a few moments, like, even in person, I've witnessed him, and like my inner thoughts are like, let's go. I'm all ready to like back him up and be like, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bring the drama to the sidewalk. That's out of line. No, but like he has to quote Kat, our lovely friend Kat, he has chose love over violence. And like, not that he's a violent person, but like
yeah.
he can give a lashing with that tongue that like
Yeah.
some could construe as being violent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could feel as though you're actually being physically hit.
Yeah.
So like, and he's chosen multiple times to just not.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's like the look on his face when he does it. He's very calm when he does it. So it's not like, oh, someone advised me not to do this. Like he's like, yeah, I'm just not gonna go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think like encouragement for things that we do really like in people. And I love the way that he uses his voice. I don't always agree with it, but I don't have to. Like,
Right.
I still keep coming back for more. So you're doing your job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what'd I say? Oh, no, I won't share that one. The double clicks one, Tracy. Yes. But that's okay. Sorry. And
Sorry. Yeah.
but no, like it is so cool to watch somebody whom I used to watch and kind of cringe at times, because it really, the way he presents information sometimes and his humor, like while I so appreciate it and often think a lot of similar things, I didn't used to vocalize them as much. So like when he just so freely says what's coming to his brain,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, like, who are you? What are you made of? You're weird.
Yeah.
You have no filter. Like, it's like wild animals raised you. What are you? Like, do you not care that someone's feelings might get hurt?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Last night with friggin' Man Shannon,
Oh my God.
I was friggin' laughing so hard. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Man Shannon.
When he called him, that was freaking.
Yeah, the voicemail that he
Hi,
left.
Man Shannon. This was
Did they, Carney, calling from terrible on that? Man,
Yeah.
Shannon.
that was fantastic.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you can't take away from anything that anyone's done, no
Mhm.
matter what. And,
Yeah.
and if people have a bad day, or people are going through a rough patch, or whatever the case is, like you say, it happens. Who
Yeah.
doesn't have a friggin' shitty day or week or month or
It does. Right.
year,
Yeah.
Man, shit.
And like sometimes you just gotta like give a social grace and turn a blind eye and look the other way. If it becomes a habit, then it needs to be addressed. But when people are burning the candle at both ends, like it's inevitable. Things are going to burn out. Feelings do get hurt. That's another thing. And this is like without wanting to touch individually about like, everyone knows what topics I'm like skirting around here that happened in the past week.
Yep.
But like, what was I going to say about that? Oh, like feelings do get hurt. Like that was part of like why I wanted to go on this feel about like where we are the heart and the soul of the movement. Like we're the breathing, living pulse of this thing that people like to refer to as a movement. And individuals have emotions, and individuals have mental health. And I'm not saying like anything that's happened this week happened due to mental health. Like I'm just saying like there's a whole lot that goes into it, and we only see each other for a few hours on the sidewalk at a time. And like, even like we see each other a lot in consideration, like to how far we live from each other and the fact that we all have full-time jobs and such. Like we see each other a lot, but like, how close do you really think you've gotten to these people that you can make judgment on like their character or their mental health, or that you can shame them for publicly expressing that their feelings were hurt? Like, shame on you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, why are you better than them that you get to shame them? Whether they're right, wrong, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
They were expressing their human emotion. End of story. Let them finish expressing it. Move on. You don't even have to respond. It's not yours to respond on. It was their emotion, their hurt feeling that they shared. And they have a right to feel that way, whether you agree with it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, so like, I don't like that. I don't like that people seem to feel that they can deem whether or not any of our emotional responses to any situation that has arose over the past year is acceptable or not. And also, how mighty do each of you actually think you are? Like, you can't take down the movement. You can't even really damage Karen Read's case. Like, I know you think you're big dogs, and you are. You're really big dogs within the movement. But there are people 2 towns over who don't know who Karen Read is. So they sure as hell don't know who you are either. Fucking stop. You're big in your own world. That's it. You're not taking down the Karen Read defense team because you threw a fucking temper tantrum on your live. Stop. You are not that powerful.
Oh
I
shit.
know you wish you were, but you're not. 2 towns over, people. The people on the Cape, oh my God. It's only because all their crazy relatives are us. They don't know.
Inland.
Like, those are like my big pointers, like that we had talked about earlier in the week. And like, I think I delivered those like nicely without like being mean to anyone or unnecessarily like dragging. Like, I don't think I didn't bring any names to the table except for Aiden. And I think he can handle everything that I've said tonight. So yeah. I really hope so. Hope you're in a good mood tonight, buddy. How big I think I am that he's watching.
I know, right?
Yeah, go on, do it.
I don't think he watches our show, but I'm sure if someone said, "Hey, Jen O'Donnell's going off about
Off on you."
You should write a story about her.
Yeah.
Come to me for all the deets.
Yeah, right.
He could be
You
one
gotta
of the
get it right.
He could
No,
be one
the
of
best
the
part
80
is like, I can not that there's really any shit out there on me, but like if shit were stumbled upon, like, I assure you guys, I can own my shit better than anybody. It's an art. It is an art.
This is true.
Yeah.
I've seen it. This is true.
It's an art. I'll make a joke of it. You'll be so glad that I did that shit. You'll be applauding me at the end of it. I assure you.
Yep. Yep. That was me. That's what I did. I did that.
Yep.
It's an art I've been mastering ever since I was a child.
Dina, Aiden could write a story on all of us. We all have shit. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, that's probably that ain't no lie.
The Chronicles of the Movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I know, seriously.
We'll have our own like ratchet
Little
madness. Like,
No, but like honestly, there's no at least I don't think there's no ratchets within the movement. So here's another little trick that I learned recently. I don't know if someone told it to me or if I read it or if like I saw it on TikTok, probably on one of the socials, if we're honest. That's where I get some of my best mental advice. But one of them said, start taking, you're familiar with my idea, Tracy. Start taking stuff that annoys you, like people that annoy you, things that they do that annoy you, and just filter it through like a comical view. So every time they do that thing, it's now going to make you think it's friggin' hysterical. And like it takes a little bit to like retrain your brain.
Yeah.
But I am telling you, like suddenly the people that you dreaded having any interaction with, like you're looking forward to it because now you see everything in a completely different light. It's beautiful. So I don't think there's any ratchets. Like the ones that I would have been like, my spidey senses, I don't trust them, are my fucking favorite to watch. They are. Oh, I'm such a peeper. I admit it. I'm a peeper. I do. I don't comment.
So wait,
I hate when people go on my page and like watch everything and don't comment. So I'm a hypocrite in that area too. It's okay.
Give us an example of how you would use that, like taking something that frustrates you and bringing laughter to it. How do you train your brain to do that? Like, give us an example of something that frustrates you.
You're putting me in a spot because
I know I'm doing it on purpose.
You know my examples. You know my examples. I can't sell myself out like that. Are you kidding me?
Can you elaborate?
You know what you're asking me to do right now. No.
All right, we can move on. I was just giving you shit.
I've been calling myself out, and people know exactly what I do in order to entertain myself and others. And I'm sorry, I'm not willing. I plead the fifth. I don't recall. I am from Canton. There's something in the water. I don't recall.
Definitely something in the water. I don't know
but like
pipes it's going into and where, but there's definitely something.
I'm trying, like, how do I mean, I do, I clearly have examples of how I do it. But I can't. I can't give you those examples. I can't share them to the public.
Yeah. But it is a good exercise. It is a good exercise.
It is. But another thing that I have started doing that I'm sure my mom is just so proud of me for finally learning at 45 years old, but like the art of being able to sit back and just watch the room quietly, like have no intention and joining in the conversation, no intention of forming even like any opinions, like really going in with like a blank mind and just observing the room and the behaviors. And a lot of it, I say thank you to Tracy all the time because she helped me get a job that I currently have. And where I am is just teaching me these amazing skills to dealing with life situations, dealing with intense situations, both emotionally, physically, frustrating situations, how to calm yourself so that you're not adding to the frustration or upsetting the other individual who maybe can't process what's happening right now. So all of these things during this downtime that you guys were speaking of in the beginning of the show, like during this downtime, I'm honing in on appreciating those things, those lessons that life has to offer me. Because I learned lessons almost like truly almost every single day on the sidewalk, like people lessons, human interaction lessons for myself. Like I get almost paralyzed with fear over really large crowds. Like people don't realize that, like you guys know, because I'll go up to you and be like, you're gonna kind of be my person right now. Like, you know, like I would throw Rita to the crowd Like I'd be like, here you go. Like, and, like, because I don't like, it makes me nervous to be around a lot of people that I don't know. And it definitely got worse like over COVID, you know, like that time. Yeah. Like that just kind of was like a Dutch oven for, or not a Dutch oven. What? Dana.
Where did that come from?
You're like, wait a minute, not that one. Oh,
Pot that like screws the top, what, pressure cooker?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, where was I even going with, like, why was I naming appliances?
I don't know. You have me thrown off with Dutch oven. I don't. Oh,
Do more.
go.
Struggle with words. Sounds like. No, sounds like.
Oh my God.
Means.
Oh my God. I love it.
That was fun.
No, but like it was beautiful. I'm going back to my last remembered thought that I had. The almost like a social experiment, like a huge social experiment. I think I've actually referred to it on the sidewalk a few times. Like, wow, this is one big social experiment, isn't it? You know, like it's beautiful. Like watching people like Brenda, who clearly has always had these thoughts, who has clearly always been able to cohesively express herself in what I truly believe to be like a poetic, beautiful way of expressing herself. Like Brenda Sweeney is in a league of her own when she writes statements, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
I want more. Like I want her to keep going. I love that she's now started doing like morning posts, like starting the day with like what's on her mind. I'm like, oh, spill it. Tell me. Yeah. What is it? Let's get a coffee together. Like, bring it to me. And like, because you're sitting with it for the whole day and thinking about it. So like this woman who has been in the forefront from day one, you know, like she's Brenda Sweeney. She's been at the standout. She's been at court. She's been in this select board meetings. Like she's a staple item. She's a face that people recognize. You go back and you watch the videos, you're going to be like, oh, there's Brenda, there's Brenda, you know, but she was very quiet. Yeah. You didn't know Brenda was there.
Right.
Yep.
Until you knew Brenda was there.
Right.
Now, like now I know, like, why is Brenda and Dennis getting such pushback? Is anything Brenda saying rude?
Nope.
I actually haven't heard her swear once. She's leaps and bounds ahead of me on there. I haven't actually heard her raise her voice once. Yep. Mm-hmm. Leaps and bounds ahead of me on that. I'm sure if you were to read her statement, all of her grammar and spelling is on point. Leaps and bounds ahead of me on that. But like she delivers all these messages, yet there are people in the town that are threatened by her words.
Right.
She never even insulted any of them. She doesn't even call anyone out individually. Like, but why is she being targeted all of a sudden? Why is she public enemy number one?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this beautiful retired couple who's truly just trying to enjoy the town that they built their life together, and why are they being targeted? Why are they made to feel like they should leave town? Because she found a voice and she started standing at a microphone and voicing, or not, she didn't even stand at a microphone, although I think she has, though, right?
Yeah,
she has stood at the microphone. But she started doing it because they started doing Zoom. So like, isn't it beautiful when their plans backfire?
Yeah. Oh,
Brenda
yeah.
Sweeney wouldn't have come out. Well, I'm sure she would have eventually. I don't think that like this powerful beast would have been able to like sit quietly back for much longer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it was brewing, it was ready to come out. But when they went to Zoom, she felt comfortable speaking then because it was Zoom. She didn't have
Right.
to stand at a microphone in a room full of people.
Yeah, having people
They
stare.
they gave her voice. They like
Yep.
handed it to her. And
Yeah.
now, I mean, I think she could talk to herself in a room and she wouldn't be bothered by it, or talk to a auditorium full of people and she
Right.
would.
No, I absolutely agree. I think that you turn around and look at, where a lot of people that speak out now, where they've all come, and Brenda being one of them, yourself,
Yeah.
Tracy. I mean, I literally look at the beginning of time again when you were doing the school committee.
Yeah,
You were on there speaking to them, Jen. I mean, you were like a nervous wreck.
it was.
And you've come so far. We say it all the time. It's just it's inspiring. What everybody's the confidence that this movement's given to so many people to step outside their comfort zone and do things that they otherwise wouldn't do it's amazing. It's really great to see. I mean, again, Dennis is the same way as Brenda, as far as I'm concerned. I'd walk up, hey, quiet guy, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. And then you look at him today, he throws the speech down like that. It's just, I mean, that's
after taking the room at the audit committee.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And Dennis would have been standing and speaking more often. And I'm not speaking like, again, when I say something, like, don't go twisting it. But like, Brenda wasn't letting him get up to the mic because he was pissed. There was a period that like he wasn't, and then I'm ad-libbing from what they have expressed to me. So Dennis and Brenda, if I say anything wrong, I apologize. But like, there was a time that like he was so angry that Brenda didn't think that if he got up to the microphone, he would be able to calm himself down, and he would probably like get himself arrested. Yep. Or they'd tell him to leave the room and he wouldn't leave the room because he'd be pissed, like, yep. So she was worried that his emotions would get the best of him. So she didn't want him to go and publicly speak. I know for a fact there came a time where that changed, and she basically, who am I to stop him? I think were her exact words. And that was because of the likes of Bob McCarthy and John Connolly and Chris Albert and Mikey Laughlin. Like, it's because of them that she suddenly felt the urge and the need to start speaking herself, and that she felt the comfort of just saying, like, if he wants to speak, let him speak. I'm not going to stop them anymore. Like, fine. If that's what they need, if they need to finally get a taste of Dennis pissed off to start doing what they need to do, then let it be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think Bob McCarthy said no because he secretly froze. I think in his brain, he was like, say no, say no. And then he was so scared that he glitched. And all he could say was the last word he thought of, which was no. See, like, that's my entertainment. Like, I take a situation.
There it is. All right. That's the example.
Yeah. So like I can see like in his brain being like, no. It's like when he said it, like even he was surprised. He's like, no, really? No.
Who said that?
We're still going with that? Okay. Yes, it is. No. But yeah, like the movement itself has, and thank you to saying that I'm inspiring, because I do hear that a lot, and I don't say that as like a ego boost.
Oh, absolutely.
But I hear it a lot, and more often than not, my response to the person is, you inspire me equally. And it's not some just polite, oh, make them feel good about themselves too, like answer. Like I truly believe it.
Yeah.
I'm so inspired by the people that I've met. I'm so inspired by the stories people have told on why they got involved. I'm inspired by people who can't be on the pavement, so they dedicate hours to knitting blankets or, you know, like stuff to put towards the fundraisers and to auction off, you know, like, and I am inspired by the YouTubers and the likes of you guys as well, because I don't think that you hold yourselves in regards to, you know, the YouTubers. Like, you know, you guys are YouTubers, right?
No.
Like, do I need to bring my Aiden in? Like,
Yeah, see?
yeah. Do I need to go get him? Because he will set you guys straight. Like, you're famous people. You're famous people.
He's the sweetest.
He is what he wants to be.
Yeah. We just don't have the big audiences that everybody has. And I honestly,
Your numbers have been crazy lately. You're on.
I know, but it's honestly, it's this. I mean, there's 82 of us here tonight, and that's so awesome.
Yeah.
They're missing out. The masses are missing out seeing all this firsthand.
But even if there were 5 of us in here, I'd be just as happy and just as proud. And so
you look at the chat of these 80 some odd people that are in here, and it's just, you know, it's familiar names. It's people that are, I mean, these are the people that we know. And this is why we do this. You know, we do this because of, we say it all the time. This is for the people, you know, by the people. And that's it. We encourage the people reaching out to us. You want, again, we always say, you want something talked about, you know, give us ideas, give us stuff, you know, even if stuff like for this segment, you know, you have something you want us to talk to Jenn about, reach out to us, you know, send us a message.
Yeah. It's not the Dana and Tracy show.
No,
it's the movement show.
But that's, you guys empower so many people to do that, to feel that way, to feel like they're part of it.
Yeah.
And that's very important to, I feel like tonight's like a self-help for the movement, like a check-in with each other evening. Like,
and that's what they asked us for, you know, they want us to say it's okay, you know, like we needed this little chat with all of us. It is like a therapy session because we need one. You know,
like we need to remember to take care of ourselves as well and unplug and not feel guilty about it. Like I feel like so many people end up feeling guilty when they unplug or they're going to miss something. Right. It's like outside of being with the people you want to hear the news with, like I envision finding out the FBI is here because like they knock on my door and let me know. But like, that's probably not going to happen. And, but I envision being with the people or at least being able to call and have like all of us on a call, like relatively quickly after like the FBI swoops in. Right.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know where I was going with that.
Look at.
Second.
I'll tell you.
While we take a second, let's talk about Dina's frame because it went up on the Justice page today.
Ooh.
Yeah, and there's people in the chat that are asking. So I guess Nick posted it earlier on the Justice page. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't really.
Was it like the wheelie thingy?
No, that was the Celtics.
That'll be in a few.
Yeah, so it's up for like to donate to. Wait, did you find it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The giveaway will be open for 2 weeks. There will be one winner. The signed poster. I think we saw the picture still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do.
The signed poster. Members of the Karen Reed community, including Karen, David, Alan, Liza, and more. The original buffer zone poster from the trial. Make a $10 donation. unlimited entries.
Oh, I like that. That's how they're doing it.
Yeah.
That's good.
All donations made directly to
It's fair.
Karen Reed.
Yeah.
And then there's a Venmo, PayPal. So Venmo is at Karen-Reed-1.
Yeah.
PayPal at Karen Reed 921.
We'll repost it on our
yeah,
page
there's
too.
a whole bunch of. It's a lot of.
There's some rules.
That's pretty much it, though. The giveaway will start on the 10th and end on November 24th.
So we got time.
And then a wheel will be spun to choose the winner. So,
I like that.
So it's good.
it's going to be awesome. And I love it. And again, Dina, fantastic job. That was.
She put a lot of time into doing
She really
that.
did. Nick traveling all over and getting people to sign it and just
Yeah.
keeping the thing safe.
Yeah.
It does have a little tear on it, though, but that was done out of love by
Yeah. I forget who it was,
I know
but
who it was.
Charlene won the Celtics tickets. Nice
Wow,
going, Chief.
Charlene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlene won at the Halloween party too.
What
Oh,
the-
that's
She won a
right.
bunch of baskets, right?
Yeah.
Won
Charlene,
it
She's a winner.
Charlene, we should hang out. I need some good luck to rub off.
real
on.
lady luck. And like girl knows how to execute a triple dog dare or double.
Yeah, right.
Oh hell! Oh, Nathan, yeah,
Nathan Reed tore it,
Yeah.
but we'll give him a pass.
Yeah, we give him a pass. Yeah,
Anyway, back to business.
yeah,
We wanted to get that out. 'Cause,
Yeah, no,
Dina's been working so hard on that. So
that's fantastic. Though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dina.
thank you, Dina.
And thank you for everything, Dina. Too. I mean, I got to give her a huge shout out. She's been just doing so much for us for the channel.
Yeah.
You know, the Halloween party, she went live, put us in her boobs.
Those numbers,
They were
Oh,
crazy.
it was
I know.
crazy. It was wild.
Unlike anything we've seen.
Yeah.
So
records,
But she
record
did.
numbers.
She just did so much, and she just she reached out to us. I'm going to the Halloween party. I know you guys aren't. Do you want me to go live? I'm like, do you want to go live? Like, and
And
you
Now
know,
everyone's looking forward to every time she goes live.
yeah. Well, it's
Like,
great though.
It's free, Dina.
Yeah. And then even still, another thing I did want to shout out too was the other day, Renee had a court date. And a lot of people turned up for that too. She had something going on with her at the family court, and Dina was there for that as well. And
yeah.
a lot of people showed up. There was a good support. So that, again, it speaks volumes to this group, the way that people support each other and care about each other, because otherwise people, she would have went by herself or whatever.
Yeah.
So, it's great. It's great to see. So again, thank you, Dina. They want to be in my boobs. Yeah.
So many comments are coming to my head. I'm actually scrolling through the chats to avoid anything from slipping out of my mouth right now. There's so many comments.
No, please share. Come on, it's an open channel.
Yeah.
We have the best chat though, don't we?
The chat's funny.
We have the best chat. I say it all
Oh
the time.
my God.
Yeah.
What was the one? It's dark in here. Let me out.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's dark in here. You guys think you're hot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like 400 degrees in here.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
I knew we were close, but this is
I like
ridiculous.
literally picture little people like in let me out of here. I can't
Oh my
breathe.
God.
Yeah, Dina, that was priceless.
That was such a
Seriously, it was just a black
classic
screen, and we're like, "What's going on?" But the
Till it
comments
was.
just kept that going for like 15
Oh, we had a
minutes.
blast.
Yeah, well done.
It was so funny. Anyway.
And she has such a for the week of heart, they may have been humiliated and never wanted to do a live again.
Yeah.
Not Dina. She's
Right.
like, now that we're comfortable with each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And we, on the other end, we were like, oh my God, everyone's going to freak out and not watch the Halloween party. But then it was like,
Whoa.
we got like
Oh,
They
more.
told
yeah.
a friend. The numbers kept climbing.
It's because our chats, people in our chat are just so awesome.
Yeah,
They get it. I
people are
love it.
people are reaching out. We're in Dina's boobs. Log on quick.
Yeah.
Quick, the party's been relocated.
That was
Yeah,
fantastic.
that was priceless. It really was. But yeah, I think that what Dina does for us is what everybody does. I mean, the feedback that we get on the whole is it's so genuine and so like it's like we always look at each other like, you really?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, it's so humbling. And I appreciate it from everyone. I mean, the people that even thank you for what you do. And like to your point, Jen, it's like I turn around like, oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
Like,
And
we're doing the same thing you're doing.
right,
you know?
exactly.
We're all
Exactly.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that, like, I feel like so many people sell themselves short. And another thing that like I love on your show, like whenever first you always highlight like individuals throughout the movement, like so you give people a platform to be able to share their story, be part of the story, all of that. But it's the celebrating of each other that is so infectious.
Mm-hmm.
Like we want to learn more about the next person, like we want more people to join us so that we can have more new energy and see like which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
Like, interesting. You're certainly going to shake things up. How? Nobody else? This is like the nonstop commentary that's in my brain. Every conversation that I am having with anyone, there's a second one that's going. She's a little unhinged.
I think Aussie Insider is commenting on your music choice.
Oh, I thank you. I have, since day one, I've always been playing music.
Mm-hmm.
For me, as I've already said, the large crowds really like geek me out. And sometimes like it'll make me like emotional when I don't want to be emotional. Like I'll just start crying and there's no reason to cry whatsoever, but it's like the energy like needing to release itself out of me. So it'll, like literally come out of my eyeballs. So bringing music with me to the standouts is a really natural way of literally shaking the nervous energy out of myself. Like, and it also like, I find it's a great, what's it called? Like icebreaker.
Yeah.
Like you're just out there, and I'm not a fabulous dancer. Like Laura, I was kicked out of Irish step dancing, people, because I couldn't keep my arms to my side. And if you watch me dance, my arms are like this all the time. It's my move. I got like 4 moves. I am that old lady already. I love it. And it's just a different like tempo, and like the hips go a different way.
That's like the whole point of Irish step dancing is keeping your hands.
They're like,
Rule number 1.
Nice about it. They were like, she has to go. Was basically the gist of it. There was no sugarcoating it. It wasn't maybe if she practiced like with the rope around her. And they weren't even trying to problem solve the situation. I would have been open to it if they explained first why. Like a whole movie going on up there right now.
My cheeks hurt.
But,
oh god. Anyway,
so we covered feelings. We covered feelings. Right. We put people right. We covered feelings. We covered people getting involved. We covered there's no ownership on the movement. Help me. Oh, Dana. You love it. You love it.
Love it.
Love it. He's trying to make sure he's on like the next like pre-show phone call. He's like, I want in on this. Do you want in on our pre-show like chat?
Oh,
No.
No? It's funny. It's
No.
so funny. I seriously, Tracy knows, like, I was on the ground, tears streaming out of my face. And it wasn't a random emotional release either. Like, this was legit laughter from the two of us preparing for this very night. We haven't even been that funny tonight. But the other night, this same material was like knocking it out of the park. Let me tell
oh
you.
my God.
Like, dying. Granted, a few things made it past the goalpost that never would have flown on the show.
Oh, shit.
Would have shut you guys down instantly. It would cancel nation on Jen O'Donnell. But that's why we do it, so that we can work through our emotions before the show.
Right. Exactly. So we can present it professionally to you people.
Professionally. We are very professional. Look at our matching shirts.
I know, right?
Damn it. I can't figure this out. You're
I know, I'm like, going
you're
like
like a pro.
no, not really. It's all trial and error.
I thought we were showing titties.
Oh, no. Not on the stream.
It looked like that's where we were going with it when I'm like,
I don't. Sorry, that's what
I'm trying.
your brain
I'm
has two
trying.
conversations. Mine
I'm
has
gonna
two
practice. This is like, why is it so hard?
No, that's good. That's good right there.
All right, I won't move. This is the most unawkward. It's like posing for school photos right now. Yes, that's exactly how I'm posing right now, Tracy. She's got it.
Oh,
Right. What else did we say? There was a little quick list of what I had wanted to make sure we talked about the other night.
Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Everyone check your list. Did we cover everything?
Oh my God.
Check your list. Check them twice. All right. While we have a second.
Nobody go to Ask Bob. Nobody go to her page and check on that. Like, let someone else like get it and like someone put KP is trashing Mike Crawford on her stream at 9 p.m. Don't watch it. Let one person get the stream and broadcast it to people. Don't everyone run to her and give her clicks.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Please. Like, the only way we can silence them is literally by silencing them. Don't give them our energy. Don't give them our responses. Don't anything. Like, rob them of our reaction. And like, for that particular group, the blue, they hate that. Like, they need us to be like yelling and screaming. They need me to be pulling a typical Jen. When you get quiet and you just sit back, like, it crawls under their skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that to Tracy earlier today, in front of the courthouse, or when the food stamp 5 came walking through, when everybody shut it down and they just were quiet. Turned around, turned their back. I think that was the most impactful things.
Physically turned around and faced the other way. I was like, that was amazing.
That was wild. It was silent.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Like you say, don't give them anything.
Give them a reason. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's tough though, because I mean, you get platforms like Twitter that everybody goes on and they look at things, and you can't. I don't go on there often. Every now and again, I'll pop my head in, and I'm like, "Oh my God, why am I here?" And I'll shut it right down, because it's just it's a rabbit hole. As soon as you get into it,
is the whole basis that, and I'm sure, like, when am I making myself a boomer? Am I a boomer because I'm asking these questions?
Depends on the question.
Depends on the question. Isn't the whole, I proudly will be a golden girl, please.
What are you talking to?
I want to be the author.
Yeah. isn't the point of Twitter though that you can have an anonymous like name and it's not like traceable, so like you can just unleash all your views and thoughts, because the idea behind it is like there's not an easy way of identifying who the person at the keyboard is, right?
You can hide behind your screen.
You
all
can
day.
say
Is that
what
what
you
it was
really want.
established for? Like, was that the actual basis? Like, so people could just Terry each other. I can't speak. Terry.
Honestly, I don't really, like, I remember that, like, the whole First Amendment thing when that hit Twitter, because I don't think it did start that way. I don't know how it started and why, but I remember that, it was they were going to the courts to, keep it from getting shut down and all that stuff.
Right.
Freedom of speech. But, yeah, so
it
I don't know how
like a cesspool for, and like
evil.
I am all for working out your feelings, especially on paper. Like it's truly one of the most therapeutic ways you can do it. But doing it just from already about $400 from donations. Wow.
Yeah. And
awesome. It's only been up for a few hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool.
I know.
Good job, Dana.
I know. Love
it. Where was I with that?
Sorry.
Shoot, I forgot. It was a good one too. Darn it.
It was the boomer thing.
Oh, the boomer. Yeah. So like the toxicity that comes out of Twitter, like I feel like fundamentally is part of the reason why the world is as toxic and horrible as it is. Like it's this platform where you can go and be keyboard warriors. Like you're celebrated for undercutting, like for cutting someone down. Like the harsher and more cutthroat you are, the more of like a Twitter star you are. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's disgusting. And I'm not judging anyone that goes on there. Like you do you. Yeah. I personally and I go in once in a while. I really haven't recently though, but I mean that's a combination of just being super busy. But also like purposefully not looking for anything that'll hurt my feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I decided I just didn't want to partake in that game anymore. I'm like, it's fine. I don't need to know what you think of me. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You keep your thoughts. But yeah, so I think Twitter's disgusting and vile.
It is. It's gross. Yeah. I hate that Dana even goes on it for a couple seconds. It's just so
it
gross.
Doesn't even like feel like you wouldn't even like being on it, Dana, because it's so contrary to like how you are and how you communicate with people.
Yeah, I go on there, I look real quick, and if I see something specifically for like this for the show type of thing, I'll look at if there's anything that stands out, but I don't go searching, and I won't allow myself to go down the rabbit hole because it's so freaking easy.
It makes me just want to tell off everybody, and I don't want to be that person. I don't like that side of me. And I'm inviting myself into it. So, I just stay away.
Yeah.
Just stay away.
I will say I have noticed just my energy level has been so much calmer since I haven't physically been inside the select board meetings.
Really? I bet.
Like it was having a toll like on my health, never mind my life. Like that's a whole nother segment, but like that's like it physically takes a toll on you. Like it had to have like been doing damage like to my heart like for the past year, like just the strain of the exhaustion, the fight, like that negative space of energy that I'm not comfortable being in to begin with, and like choosing to willfully be in that position, like clockwork every 2 weeks.
Yeah. And you were writing speeches too, and that like stresses you out like the whole week, So
for both the school committee and the select board. Yeah. So like this lull right now, for me personally, I'm loving it. I love it because I'm still focused on the things that I'm focused on. I'm still talking to you guys about the Karen Reed trial. I'm still talking to you guys about corruption. I'm still like, I removed myself from every group chat that there is because it was just all coming in from too many angles. Like too many people had too much access to me.
Right.
And while that's beautiful, and like most people are like, oh, you have so many friends, and that's beautiful, like it doesn't feel like friends when it's just unlimited access to you.
Right.
So like cutting off the chats and limiting what shows I watch on YouTube, like I don't watch them all the time. Like I feel so bad because I'm not the person that's bringing you in your numbers like the night of. I'm in the rewatch show for like almost everybody. Every once in a while, I'll actually catch a live, but it's usually just due to the fact that like whatever is happening in my life, like I can put it on as background noise, and you know what I mean? It won't be inappropriate, you know? Aiden, sorry. You're not a mixed company background noise kind of guy.
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
A friend actually said that to me. I'm like, did you watch the trial? And she's like, oh, I work with kids and it's probably inappropriate to watch it in my office. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Sorry.
All day. Like,
yeah, all day.
But Jen, to your point about, you know, having that level of stress kind of gone away. I mean, I seem to think like you had that big, you know, the big sigh of relief after the audit meeting when you were able to get the
oh my God. Yeah.
public comments at the beginning, right? I mean, I really like, you know, that was very that was
my
a release.
Was an emotional release.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well,
that was an emotional release. That was a build up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that even talking about it right now, like I can physically remember like when I threw my arms back and my head back, and like I think I let out a fuck. Like,
I think you did.
I think you did.
Like it's my favorite word. So like I think I let out like a fuck, and like it felt amazing. Like, and we said this before, but like it's still that same feeling, and I still get that same feeling. Like it's an adrenaline rush when I think of him saying yes to it. Yeah. Because it wasn't just him saying yes to my question. It was that needle on the scale moving, even if it was just a flutter.
Yeah.
In our collective direction. I mean, individually, it was a win like I've never experienced in my entire life. Like it felt so validating because it just showed that like I'm not there just to talk. Like if you give me a chance and you listen to what I'm saying, like I'm actually offering help. I'm offering to help with this. And my offer still stands, and I have made that offer to the select board. Like I offer to help be a liaison between the community and them. I would love to do that. I'd love to be able to sit at a table with them and be like, well, in all honesty, do you think that's fair that you won't answer us? And maybe if you gave us just a little bit on this, it would appease the masses and they wouldn't keep pushing for that.
That's because so needed.
Everything's a negotiation.
Yeah.
Like, my kids know everything is a negotiation. I say no to something, you walk out of that room, you think about it, you can come back into me. No is never just no.
Right.
It's not. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, well, it's up for discussion. Yes, it's up for discussion.
No is no, like you're making out, and like, no is no in that sense.
Yeah.
Common sense here. But like, not like, in general life, like everything can be negotiated. If you can make it worth the other person's time or will to want to change their thought process or give you the extra time or move in the direction that you want, if you can sell it to them to make it a win-win for both sides, it's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is indeed what keeps the world going round and round. When you don't negotiate and you constantly are just screaming, which is what I was doing, just constantly screaming because they were constantly just not listening and just putting the hand up and saying, no, 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 no. So like, yeah, of course you're like, but listen to me. I'm tired. You're not listening. I'll be louder. I'll get redder. Like, it's a natural response. Like, am I proud of all of it? No, but I'm certainly not proud of it either.
Right.
You know? Yeah. So, but that's the same in the movement as well. Like, people have emotional responses to situations. People have emotional responses to watching court on a computer screen while standing outside and it's 90 degrees out and like you're sweating and like people are, you know, starting to get heat stroke and stuff. And there's something that erupts on the screen and like the sidewalk would completely erupt. I'm sure the state troopers thought we were crazy.
Yep.
But it was like the raw emotion that you felt, the highs and the lows that you felt on that pavement, because you become so invested emotionally in what you're standing up for. And you don't have to be there every single day to get that high and low. You can be there for one single day and be standing out there with all those people and get like an experience, a genuine like high or low emotion wise as a group. Like it's a beautiful thing to witness, I think. I think the sidewalk is one of the most impressive experiences I will ever be part of, never mind even be remotely considered like a partial leader of. Like, that's like the top of the top. Like I've achieved some pretty cool things when that's on my list.
Yeah.
Right? Like, don't you feel the same way? Like, you guys are voices and recognized individuals perceived as leaders within a movement. Like, isn't that impressive?
I mean, yeah, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard to digest, you know? It's like you sit back and look at it and go, you know, we're just doing, I don't know
what we felt compelled to do.
Right. Yeah. But I guess to your point, I mean, it's a great feeling. It's a, you know, like I said to Tracy, we showed up to Legacy Place today and it took me 40 minutes to walk through and say hello to the people that were there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you say hello to every single one of them.
Yeah.
You know, or they say hello to you, you know, you're in the middle of talking and someone
and everyone
says, hey.
has a story and something to tell you.
And
it's just, I love that. I love that part of it.
Yeah. And it's all so relevant. Like I want to, like, you know, in my regular day-to-day, if I'm at work and someone's like, oh, let me tell you about my weekend. I'm like, don't fucking talk to me. I'm all set with you. You know, but then you go to like,
we are acquaintances. Back off.
Yeah, exactly. But these people show up and they, you know, hey, by the way, I did this and I saw this. You know, tell me more.
Yeah,
right. You know, I love it. I encourage it. I'd like to be approached by people, and that's out of my character. My character is usually the guy at work when I'm like, don't fucking talk.
Yeah.
You know,
which
I'm all set.
So crazy because I can't picture you as that guy because I know this guy. Like I know this guy plus some. Like I know, like that doesn't sound good.
I'm pretty. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've changed a little bit in that regard, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been with my company forever too, so it's probably just the people just drive me freaking nuts. 25 years later.
It depends on. You have to have the right atmosphere to be yourself.
Yeah.
To do you.
Yeah. Being me is a difficult task.
It is. Being that cool. Don't
very
short. Yeah.
I was gonna be the Fonz one day, you know.
The Fonz. People, you just totally aged yourself.
What do you mean? The Fonz, he's still hip.
No, he's not.
I love it.
He does like insurance commercials now.
It's part of the aging process. He's right where he should be.
I just say I'm well beyond. I'm well beyond. She's gonna put me in a home soon.
I'll
We're
be
all
with
done.
you in my cocaine golden girl title.
She's like, I can't watch you anymore, Danny.
I'm gonna put you both away.
You're deteriorating
Yes,
fast.
please. With unlimited wheelchair access.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The races are at 2, right after next time. We'll get our afternoon meds. It's the dream, I tell you.
It is the dream. Oh boy. All right. What else can we talk about?
Oh my God.
There must be more. Does anyone have any questions for Jenn? Questions.
I see a bunch of people jumping in though, like Mizzy's here.
Yeah, Mizzy's here. Maz is here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can I say I love Mizzy? So talk about, this is a real, you know what? This is actually on brand.
Okay.
So I have opinions. I think people understand. I have opinions. And when you get to know me, like, I really do prove to people, like, it does not matter who you are. If I disagree with you or I think that you should be told something, I'm going to tell you. Like, there's just no hierarchy for me. Like, we're all the same in my mind. Like, even Karen Reed, like, she's no better than me. Sorry. Like, and quite frankly, like, from the few times that I've had personal conversations with her, I truly believe she'd be like, damn right. Like, she's not. She, like, and it doesn't do anyone a service to put people on a pedestal or to give them this, what is it? Like, the pedestal, but like this sainthood, like persona, you know what I mean? Like this idea of this angelic, idyllic, like woman that you're fighting for. Like, you guys know, like, she swears and like, and like, she's got a warped sense of humor and like, she probably finds fart jokes funny. You probably giggled at the Dutch oven comment, okay?
I did.
We almost had to call the show. It's derailed. Jen's bringing in the wrong terminology.
Here we go.
Light reading earlier in the day crossed over. Agree, Jen. We are all just ourselves. Right, Scott. Like, absolutely. At the end of the day, like, when you put these expectations or these, I don't know what the word, it's like ideology, but it's not. Like, these ideas, when you not inflict, geez, my words tonight. I know, sorry, my words are struggling. When you place these perceptions of who you think people are on them, you do a disservice to them. You hurt them. Because they can never live up to that, like, expectation, because that expectation isn't like a real human being. Right. It's this like alter universe idea of who's worth fighting for. You know what I mean? Yep. And I am bringing that up because it truly, like, I've said stuff to people that we perceive to be higher up within the movement. And I want to stop having any of those layers because, quite frankly, it's bullshit. Yep. Without any one of us, you would have fucking nothing. Without Karen Reed, we wouldn't have the fight. Without TB, we wouldn't have known about the fight. Without all the YouTubers constantly broadcasting it, the numbers and the masses wouldn't know about it. Without the people standing up every single day, you wouldn't have a movement. You wouldn't have people looking to tune in to watch something. We are the story as well. Like, no one's any bigger than anyone else. And like, I wanted to put something on Mizzy's page, but it was kind of a hot mess express of a post because I was very emotional at the time that I wrote it. I was not in a position to take any feedback at the time. I was too emotional when I was posting it. I had no business posting at the time that I was posting. Mizzy gave me back feedback, and she was very honest with me. It was like, look, it's a little bit of a hot mess. I'd appreciate it if you could just take a moment, breathe, work through it, put it into a little bit more of a cohesive post, repost it. I'll approve it immediately. I told her, no. You don't tell me how to use my voice. No. I threw a little bit of a temper tantrum because you know what? Life was really fucking hard lifing. Life was really lifing at that moment. And I was suffocating and I was drowning. And it felt really important to get my message out. So I wasn't thinking clearly. But luckily, Mizzy is a really kind and genuine human being. And she was patient with me. And she was honest with me, and she didn't hold back, because guess what? Holding back wasn't going to do me any favors.
Right.
Not telling me that my post was a hot mess express wasn't going to do me any favors.
Yeah.
Just rejecting it was simply just going to hurt my feelings. Now I'm taking it personal because you're just not posting my stuff because you're afraid of hurting my feelings by telling me that like it doesn't fucking make any sense because I'm clearly too emotional to be posting stuff. You know, like it takes real genuine people to be leaders. It takes real genuine people to be part of something that's bigger than themselves. And people of that caliber, like Mizzy, like the Sweeneys, like yourselves, hopefully like myself, like we do have a business being in a movement together because we're open to that feedback. We're open to that dialect. We're open to someone maybe telling us that we're wrong. You know, it hurts. It sucks hearing that you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks even more hearing that you're wrong after you already kind of went public with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that one really sucks. Nothing sucks more than eating crow.
Yeah.
Yep.
It happens.
No,
I've done it.
and she is. I mean, Missy's one of those people. I mean, you know, when we first met her in front of,
You're
I think I
welcome,
met her at the Canton Police Department.
Yeah.
It was the first time.
Yeah, we were there
went
for
to a
Standard,
stand out, and I mean, another one. You know, you look at what she's gone through, and who she become, and all. Like, you know, we did like an interview with her on the channel like one point, and she was very, you know, knowledgeable but soft spoken, like different.
Yeah.
You know, then you would look at her like all the different shows she's been on, the news outlets and all this and that. Like her voice is just like,
Yeah.
Mizzy, you're a powerhouse. We
Yeah.
freaking love it.
Yeah.
You know, thank you.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And she knows that story and Sandra Birchmore's
Oh, yeah.
story and the passion that she has. But like, so Mizzy's a perfect example of one of the techniques that I'm learning, like learning how to be in the room and be paying attention and be absorbing everything and observing everything without having to like be part of the process. Mizzy does that all the time. Like, have you ever watched her? Like, she's there a lot and she's kind of like floating around. She's having conversations with people, but more often than not, like you can see her. And I'm not trying to call you out and be like, she's eavesdropping on all of you guys. I'm like looking right at her little thumbprint of a photo, like, hey, Mizzy, in the chat with us now in the room. But like, shit, I got lost when I went sidetracked on like saying hi to
You weren't calling her out.
Yeah, like she oh yeah, I'm not calling her out saying like she's eavesdropping. It's
Right.
an art to be able to be in a room, especially a room that has like, I'm talking like select board meetings, audit meetings, being in a room amongst other supporters and movement members after being at a standout, so that like rev their engine at, you know, like there's stuff to be talked about. And like, there's plenty of stuff that she could be sitting at the table and discussing, but she's practicing the art of taking it in, of watching the people that she's interacting with, of getting to know them on what I've now learned is a way to get to know people more intimately, like quicker, is to kind of sit back and observe their movements without being part of the conversation and such. So Missy, I think that that's beautiful that you do that. And again, not like trying to call out anything. I've just been learning the art of doing that myself and practicing it. And I'm in awe now when I kind of look back and notice like some people are very natural at it, whether they've received training on how to do this or that's just who they are personality wise. But I think that's one of my biggest like roses from the movement is getting to see firsthand some of these beautiful not like psychological like ways of being, but like these beautiful ways of humaning naturally, and but also learning lessons from it, like observing them and learning that like maybe if I stopped speaking for a moment and just let the room be, I might learn something more than if I keep just trying to teach what I'm trying to have people learn.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, and even learning how to like celebrate people. Like, I mean, I think I'm really good at celebrating people, but maybe not so. I think like sometimes I struggle being awkward with like being genuinely excited to celebrate people when I don't know them. And like, maybe that's just a me thing, but like, it's hard, like to be like, whoa, happy birthday, like singing happy birthday to for someone that like, you don't know them. And I'm like, I feel weird. And maybe I feel like a lot of people don't feel weird doing that, but like, I physically feel weird singing happy birthday to people I don't know. I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't know them. But like through the movement, I have learned I know, I'm weird.
Love it.
So weird. I've learned how to celebrate people I don't know.
Right.
And it's like, and I swear I'm so emotionally intelligent, but these examples make me sound like I'm a rock. But like, I can go and like sing happy birthday and celebrate someone that I just met. And I'm genuinely singing from my heart now, like happy birthday, because I feel the energy for the other people in the group who know this person. And it feels so good to be part of that good energy, that it doesn't matter if you know them or not, because you're just celebrating the energy of the moment, not the person. And that's like something the movement has taught me as well, like to celebrate moments and to be in moments instead of focusing on the people and the situations that are around us. And like, I think that, I mean, I didn't even plan that, but I mean, I should have led with that. That's perfect. Shit. It only took how long, but we finally made it.
You come full circle.
Start enjoying the moments and the situations and the feeling and the energy around you, and stop focusing so much on the characters that are involved in it, or even the storyline of it. Like, and by that, I mean, like, not to take away from Karen, like, Jesus Christ, I'm one of Karen's biggest supporters. Like, I truly fangirl. I couldn't talk to her the first time I met her, people. Okay. You think I'm so strong. I was tongue-tied.
Yeah, they have.
Tongue-tied. tongue-tied and like too nervous. And want to know what was on repeat while I'm standing there in this gorgeous courtroom with these amazing human beings that are so intelligent and have so much to offer. And like, it is my moment to ask all the inappropriate questions that I have wanted to ask from day one. And all that I had going on loop, and I only tell this so that other people can like feel human too, is there's absolutely nothing that could come out of my face that they would find remotely interesting enough. That's what was on loop in my brain. I get my inbox is flooded with people telling me that I inspire them, that they wish they could be like me. And I was standing in Karen Reed's presence, and on loop, I was full of self-doubt and like, what could you possibly say right now? I mean, I could have said a lot, but it could have gone real wrong.
What did you say? Do you remember?
really don't think I said anything. Like, I really think I was like a mute the first time I met her.
Wow.
Probably not much better the second time either, because now I was overthinking the first time. It's a hot mess express in this brain, people. I'm letting you in on the humor so that you don't judge me. And you're like, I'm not sure on the Hot Mess Express. Choo choo. Can't wait to get my ticket.
What? My dog thinks I'm laughing at him.
Good.
Hello.
Look who joined us.
Oh.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Roxy. Hi, Rox. Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy, Rox? Oh, this dog is like, oh, hello.
Hi. Hi, buddy.
Say hi to Jen. Say hi to Jen. No, he just wants to sit with us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All right. Are you comfortable?
Well, take it easy, yo.
Anyway. So what else? What else do we want to cover tonight? We get ow.
So we don't know. This is going to be way out of left field, but it was something that was on our list. So due to certain circumstances, I found myself in the ownership of a Jeep.
Yes.
And
a nice Jeep.
It's a very nice Jeep, and I'm
is
very
nice.
grateful for said Jeep. But like, as a reminder to everybody, what you see on social media and the post and the pictures and the this and the that and the things and the materialistic blah, 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 like, don't go like comparing yourself. Don't go thinking, like, just don't go. Don't think. Don't assume. You never know what the story is behind stuff. So like, and I say that just because like, I am very grateful for this Jeep that I have, but like, there's a story behind it. I was driving this Jeep the other day, and my tire, so I was driving the Jeep, and like 2 days after I got it, and there was a loud clanking noise. And I was like, all right, that's not good. But it wasn't like, it was only loud like sometimes. So I'm like, all right. So obviously I kept driving it because I was excited to still have, to have a new Jeep. Yep. So I kept driving it to worsen the problem instead of go to the mechanic. And it was getting really, really bad. So finally, the other morning, I was bringing it to a mechanic, and I was being followed to the mechanic, and I was told to pull over. My tire was like literally about to fall off. 3 of the 5 other 5 lug nuts on a tire. Mm-hmm. 3 of the 5 lug nuts were gone. Gone. Completely.
It's not even there.
Not even there.
Wow.
So obviously, I sent out a text to a group that I'm very close with and said, like, holy fuck, my tire just nearly fell off. And of everyone's thought process with who did it. I'm not saying that somebody in Canton loosened my tire. I am saying it was my first thought. And that's really scary.
It is scary. But how could it not be with all the stuff that you've,
Well, because nothing's happened to my Highlander because it's a 2024 Highlander. Like it's kind of hard. Like, it's hard to fuck with the brand new cars. It's much easier to fuck with the older cars. And especially like the older cars were like basic models, like Jeeps. Like you can get a basic model for a Jeep and like there's no bells and whistles on it, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's not power windows, nothing. Like it's really basic. This Jeep does have brand new, like big tires on it. So my hope is that when they were, those hiccups again, when they were putting those tires on, that they went around to all the tires and tightened them, and they just didn't tighten the last one. Like horrible mistake. But like, it's possible that could have happened. And the alternative is somebody fucked with my tire. It was the back left tire in like where my driveway is and where my camera is. It would be the tire that like you couldn't see from the windows and you couldn't see from like the Ring doorbell or the cameras. So the location of it is suspicious.
Yeah.
The fact that it was the lug nuts, my last car, the reason I had to get my Highlander is because my tires were fucked with on a regular basis. My lug nuts were loosened. My tires did have like slices in them so that when they finally did blow, they were shredded. So like I've had tire stuff happen to me already. So having this tire happen set that like sinking feeling back in my stomach. But like also I only had the car for like 2 days before something started happening. And I just don't think that I'm being watched. Like, I drive like a complete asshole. I would notice if someone like suddenly had to take a sharp turn to like go down the same street as me.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not, like I'm a safe driver, but like I forget to pay attention to my GPS. So like I overcompensate sometimes. So, like if I was being tailed, it'd be really noticeable.
Yeah, exactly.
I think sometimes like, what if you're being tailed? And I'll just do it on purpose. I'm like, just take a right.
Yeah. They're like, where the hell is she going?
Why would they be following me? Like, who do I think I am that anyone is interested in following me? Where am I going to get? To the dispensary? Come on.
Let's follow you to the dispensary.
You won't be able to fuck with me at the dispensary. My man likes me there.
My man. Dispensary man.
He does.
You have a dispensary.
It's always the same one working the door. Don't you worry.
Oh,
and
hi,
I know
Jen. Jen's here, everybody.
He does. I'm like, it was the cutest little old man trying to get in the other day, and he's like, I don't think I brought my ID. He was like 80.
Aw.
But I get like they really can't let you in. Like they have a physical ID, and I'm like, he's not Heidi Klum dressed up as an old man.
I know.
He's a real old man.
Yeah.
They let him in.
I think they scan them and stuff. Though.
They do. Yeah, because isn't it for so they can track how much you purchase?
I don't know if it's how much
purchase.
or more so who, I think. I'm not sure.
I think it's also how much so that you're not doing like running from dispensary to dispensary. I don't know. Weed should have always been legal.
Yeah. That's true. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Who are you talking to?
What? Me?
Who? Yeah. I think I was either delayed or you were delayed. Oh, somebody was delayed because
you're like, who are you talking to? I'm like,
I thought for sure you were reading. I thought you were reading the chat and responding to the chat. You're like, oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. And I'm like, what is she reading? Share with us. What are we absolutely for sure agreeing with?
I just saw your face. I'm like, what? What's happening?
because there was a delay between you speaking and me speaking. So like, yeah. Hi, Dana.
was awesome.
You did not miss anything of any importance.
Dana had to pee. He can't hold it like a real woman.
I can't. Yeah.
You could get
Oh,
some
wait.
deep-
Let me read. We got some donations I'd like to read. One is from Jenn O'Donnell. Yeah.
What does she have to say?
She said, mention Gary Titus.
Hi, Gary Titus.
Oh, Gary.
Oh, Gary.
It was great seeing Gary today. That really, truly was.
Isn't he such a good man?
I love spending time with him today.
Yes.
He is just lovely. Just lovely. Really good guy. He's funny too.
Yeah.
We should
And
all
his
go to
family
trivia night
means the
one of
world
these
to him.
days. What?
His family means the world to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Clearly. Absolutely.
Yeah. He's just the sweetest. Dennis Sweeney paid us $100 just for being voice. That's too much, Dennis.
I know. You should be bringing Brenda out for breakfast with that.
They went out for breakfast this morning. I know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dennis, that's too much.
Dennis, serious. Thank you.
Also, our friend Erica Walsh paid us $25. Love you guys. Thanks for always being such a positive light in my existence.
Oh, thanks, Erica.
Erica, I love you so much.
Erica was avoiding me today. I was trying to get a hug and she kept running away. I was, what the hell's going on?
Why wouldn't she hug you?
What?
Why wouldn't she hug you?
I don't know. She's scared.
What do you have to say for yourself, Erica?
She's scared.
You'll get unwenched.
We also got
Shut up.
Shut up.
Who loves you more than me, Erica? Who loves
Liar, pants on fire.
Oh, shit.
Wait, we also got another one from Kurt. He paid us $5 to announce Dive Bar Pizza Night tomorrow, 6 to 11.
Yeah.
Be there or be square.
Proper protocol is to be asked to leave at the end of the night.
Oh,
Proper
protocol.
protocol. Wow.
If you don't hear the "Get the Fuck Out" song, don't be leaving.
Yeah, I know. That was funny you played that last time.
I know.
Trust me, he'll let you know when it's time to leave. He wants
Yeah.
to let you know when it's time to
Yeah,
leave.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't steal that man of his joy. It's like, leave now. I don't
I'm
care where
playing
you
the
go.
song. I'm playing the song now. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Best guy
I
ever.
love it.
Best dive bar ever.
Yep. So, what else you got?
Oh, what else, Jen? What else you got going on? This has been so great.
Yeah.
Lots
I
to talk
don't know
about.
what else I have. I kept it positive though. Yes, Dennis, did I keep it positive?
I think you did.
That was the goal, was to keep it positive, keep it about the movement. I know I wanted to validate emotions, make sure people felt heard. Oh, that was another one, making sure people feel heard and validation. This is a hot topic. I won't go on forever, but it's a hot topic, and it's one that people seem to feel very inclined to be able to pass judgment on. For some people in this movement, and this is not like truly to everybody that's either watching, that's both friends with me, not friends with me. If this resonates with you and you're feeling a certain way, then maybe your actions are aligning with the situation I'm going to describe. And you should maybe change your behavior. But I am not calling any individual out. We have all been part of this movement for a long time. A lot of the time when I talk about stuff and bring up examples, they're examples from the past. Like, they're not even current situations that are happening. So like, they've already been resolved. I'm just calling on them as a way to make an example, a connection. So an example is, for some of the smaller standouts, a lot of the times, I mean, you guys do it yourselves. You do like the video, like calling out the standouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful to have all the standouts called out. But every once in a while, there are posts made about standouts, and honest to God, I'm trying to make this not personal because it's really not personal. And credits going to people within the movement that have kind of taken on the title of being in charge of the standouts. I'm not really sure how that title became anybody's, like, because there's just no possible way for any one person to be in charge of every single standout that's happening. And to be in charge of the actual standout, you picked the location, you've made the signs, you've picked the time, you've cleared your personal calendar, and you're hosting the standout. That's your standout. There are many avenues that repost your standout. And that's beautiful. That's awesome to spread the information, to gather the information, to be people that do that and make it easy for all of us to process is a beautiful, wonderful thing. So we don't have to go digging through all the millions of posts. But here is my request. Can you just put the name of the person? And I'm not talking about your rolling one where you just have the name of the standout and the time, because you guys aren't taking ownership of the standouts. You're just putting the information out in a moving form, and like that's different. Is it so hard to say Cheryl from Medford is hosting a standout at this spot? Let's say thank you to Cheryl. Thanks so-and-so for organizing the behind the scenes stuff. Is it so hard? Like if you're going to call out a singular event, can we just make sure that all the individuals that are included in that singular event are mentioned? Because it may not seem big to you, but I assure you, to that Cheryl in Medford who doesn't get out much, who doesn't get to go to court because they have a full-time job, who hasn't been able to do standouts every weekend because they have their grandchildren typically, that one event that they hosted that made it to the Justice page and got called out as being a new standout location, it would have felt really nice if their name was next to it. That's kind of probably the only call out that they're ever going to get for the entire movement. And they didn't do it for the call out. Like, that's the beautiful thing. They actually didn't do it for the popularity. They did it because they wanted to be part of this feeling that we've been talking about all night. They wanted to help in whatever way that they could. So while it seems really small to you and insignificant to you, you've already got the notoriety. You're already known. Your name is already a household name within the movement. These smaller individuals aren't. And I can tell you firsthand, when you are thanked for what you're doing, it feels really fucking amazing.
Yeah, it does.
When you're really tired and you have, and I'm saying people, myself included, have sacrificed to be part of this movement. And they haven't sacrificed to get thanked. They haven't sacrificed to be pat on the back. They haven't sacrificed for any of that, that when people hear this and they're feeling a little bad for their part in it, they now want to go on the attack. So they're going to say these things. No, they didn't do it for any of that stuff. But wouldn't it just be nice if you just started retraining your brain to just give credit where credit is due?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be just so nice that someone like me didn't have to slip into the DMs and tell you to stop being an asshole?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice that when someone decides to call me out on it, I didn't have to remind them to stop being an asshole? Because all I was doing was trying to remind everyone to remember everybody, to make everybody feel equally special, equally important. When people come to me and try to build me up and say, like, you're amazing, you inspire me, you do this, you do that, like, oh my God, it feels amazing. Don't get me wrong. But I very quickly remind them I am human. I'm going to make a million mistakes. And I so appreciate you, like, liking what I said and encouraging me and wanting to hear more, like, thank you so much. But like, don't make me something bigger than I am. I don't want to fall from that.
Yeah. That's a good
Right?
point. Yeah.
I don't want to fall from way up there. I
Yeah.
didn't willfully put myself up there, so I don't want to take the fall from there.
Right.
But like, it's the little things of retraining our mind, like the things that I've learned: how to be patient, how to watch a room, how to be okay with people expressing their emotions, how it's okay to show appreciation and to give credit to more people. Like, giving credit to more people and not taking credit for yourself is not minimizing your part in anything. It actually makes your part even bigger, because it means you're running around finding all these little gems of people to celebrate and celebrating them. Like, holy shit, game changer, change the narrative, take my storyline away from me. Be the person that runs around and celebrates everyone that hosts a standout.
Right.
So it's like stuff like that. And I only mention that, again, not like to cause any divide, but like to retrain the brain to look at it differently. It wasn't a personal attack. It was do you think you could open your eyes to maybe people would like to be appreciated for their part too? And they're not going to ask you for that. And it may seem small to you, but it's actually a really big thing for them.
Yep.
Same way as I've had to retrain my brain to not say everything that comes to it. That would not be good.
But it's the knowing. It's that knowing and that realization that, oh, that might hurt somebody if I, like they don't, the brain needs to be retrained to think that way rather than, oh, this, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it does need to be retrained, but like what I'm trying to say, like and I know the person that I'm speaking of knows who I'm referring to, and they know that like this isn't the first time we've had situations with each other, but we always come back from those situations because it's never actually personal. It's really just like a delivery issue, and sometimes it's my delivery, to be quite honest. But like, my point of bringing the story up is more like as another example of an area where we can emotionally grow through the process of this movement. Like it took us all, but at least it took me, I can't speak for all of us, but it took me by a whirlwind, the sudden onslaught of like people in the DMs or people wanting to speak to us. And you guys get attacked when you get onto the sidewalk as well. Like people rush to want to speak to you and stuff. Like, it takes a little bit of a learning curve to become comfortable with all of that and to be able to navigate all of that. And I don't know if like you've reflected on how much you've personally grown in the past year. I know that you're constantly reflecting on other people's growth, but like, have you taken a moment to reflect on your own growth? Because when you look at that, like, that's what my hope is, that each of us starts to continue to grow emotionally as well through all of this, and like takes a moment to reflect and look at how much they probably have emotionally grown in the past year without even realizing it, without even knowing it.
Wow.
So that was my
awesome.
takeaway. Yeah. Getting deep with Jenn.
You gotta change the name.
My cookie's probably wearing off.
Deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts with Jenn.
Change the show title.
No, it totally makes sense. I love it. I love that you said that. And it is. People want recognition. They don't look for it, but to give it is just.
It's a very gracious and generous thing to do.
Yes.
Especially when they're not looking for it.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm telling you, like, and this is like, because we're still moving forward. Like, there's still time. I'm not trying to like harp on the past. I'm saying, like, supposedly we're going into another trial, but even if we don't go into another trial, there's other fights that, like, we all somehow have agreed to be tethered with each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I hope you guys like me. We're in it for the thick of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's Enrique, there's Sandra, there's Justin, there's the young gentleman in Canton who still doesn't have feeling in his fingers, by the way. I'm still waiting for the police reports. I haven't dropped the ball on that. But like, there's other victims that we've all vocally said, like, we're going to keep fighting together. We're going to keep showing up, that this isn't just about this one case, that this is about ending the corruption and opening the eyes to everything and peeling it back and making a safe future and a safe world, ultimately, like within our limits, within Norfolk County for the beginning, you know, but like, we've all kind of agreed to be part of that with each other. And along that process, I hope that like we can actually grow with each other as well. I know we can. I mean, I'll call out Erica Walsh tonight. Like, she is, in my opinion, from the first time I ever met her, which I was very impressed with her too. Like, but she'll say she was a little bit of a self-proclaimed little bit of a hothead to who she is as a person right now. Like, she does not speak without thinking it through first. And when she thinks it through, like, she thinks it through on so many deep levels, and it is beautiful and super impressive to be part of and to witness. And all of it was just from like standing on the sidewalk with her and getting to know her and fostering a relationship behind the scenes with her. And I mean, I can't get too personal about it because it's her story, but like, I can firsthand tell you, like, watching the growth in a person like Erica, who's so appreciative of the growth that she's currently going through. Like, she's like, in a glow up. She's like in a glow up emotionally. And to be able to be front row center, like seeing it, and to feel as though you influenced even an iota of it is an amazing thing to be part of. And I've witnessed it all over. You, Tracy, like, Dana and I always point to you, like, right? No, wrong way.
Oh, let me get out of the way.
I know.
I need a pointer that, like, my arm's curving. But like, you're having your own glow up this year, right? I mean, again, I can't get too personal because these are private conversations, but where you are now to where you were a year ago, and the confidence that you have in owning your own voice, knowing when to stand up for yourself and when to just be like, oh, fuck it. It's so not worth it. Like, I'm not going to achieve what I want by even getting into it. It's actually only going to hurt me if I pursue it. Like, it's beautiful to be part of that.
And also actually saying those things that I do say, that's also great too, because, you know, I was, whatever I said just came out and it was angry and it was stupid. It wasn't effective. So I think I've learned that, to just kind of like, do I want this fight? I really don't care.
Pick and choose, because you can't fight all the fights.
Right. Exactly.
You know, like, I remember when I won't name the person. Like, I want to give them credit for bringing it to me, but I won't name it because I don't know if they want their name being tied to it. But somebody had told me that Chris Albert wasn't living in Canton. Oh my God. Like, you saw social media. Social media was fucking all over that. They're like, blow him up, go follow him home, figure out where he lives, get pictures, prove that he doesn't live in Canton. He's out of here. Get him off the select board. And I'm like, I wish it was that easy. But
Yeah.
like many things. First off, did the person who called and asked me to do that really think that through? Because they're asking a mother of 3 who's very well known for her outspoken opinions in town to follow a suspected murderer home at night to his new location. Like, why am I the person you're sending out into the fucking night to play spy? Why aren't you in your fucking car chasing him around in the night?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's another thing. Like, delegating. Can people start asking questions when you're being delegated to do stuff? Is there a reason why the person who's asking you to do it isn't doing it themselves?
Yeah.
Can we stop blindly being pawns in the fucking games? Apply some thought. I'm not calling you a thought. Am I saying that right? I need my Rai. He knows what I'm talking about.
Right.
THO. What it? It's all right. It's fucked up. All right. Whatever. There's like a whatever. Never mind. It's another story. I'm moving on. But yeah, like
Keep going.
people need to think for themselves. Like, don't just blindly do stuff that people are like, oh, you should do this. If it's such a brilliant idea, if it is such a slam dunk, it is going to get that man out of there. It's just so easy, cut and dry, easy peasy. Why aren't they doing it themselves?
That's true.
And the people asking people to do stuff, are you thinking it through? Are you thinking what happens if he catches her following him?
Yeah.
What danger does that put her in the middle of the night, following someone who has cop connections, who potentially murdered a cop, and is framing somebody? Why? Why are we sending women into the night? What are we doing?
Wait a
Seriously, though.
The gall of some people.
I know.
So again, can we remember that no one is any better than anybody else? Nobody's any better than anybody else in this movement. Nobody's valued any more than anyone else. Nobody's life is valued any more than anybody else's. Like, it's just not a thing. All of our safety should be a concern of all of us.
Yep.
There's no special individuals that deserve more protection than any other person in the movement. You're either here standing for a united reason, or you're not. Or you have ulterior motives. That's all there is to it. If you are standing united, then you check your ego at the door. You glow up together. You give social graces. You remember that we're human. You remember you're not going to be perfect. You try your best to remember your words mid-sentence. Like, it is like the last few days has been such a reflection of all the ups and downs emotionally for the past year, like on the sidewalk, primarily on the sidewalk. And it was a happy place. Like, it was such a happy place, but there were individual like little moments and flare-ups, because we're human and it's a living, moving thing. Like, the movement isn't some notion on paper. It has a pulse. It has a heart.
Yeah,
it has a brain.
Yeah.
that's not always used, but it has a brain.
Yeah.
Like, use your own brain, people. Don't follow blindly. No, really.
No, really.
Like, sometimes I'm like, no, come on.
Yeah.
But then, like, yeah, so mostly like just having grace with each other, remembering no one's valued more than anyone else. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Laugh as much as you can, even if it's like mispronouncing something, even if it's thinking Tracy's reading the chat when she's actually holding a conversation with you. Like, find something. Yeah. Dana's like, oh, my wife.
Last night when we were sitting here,
Oh yeah.
I go, I asked her something and she's on her phone and I kept stopping and waiting for her to like look up and, you know, not type on her phone while I was speaking to her.
Yeah.
And then she looked up, I asked the question and then went back to her phone, didn't respond. And then like 25 seconds later, it was like, she says, what? I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, let me explain why. It was because whatever I was doing, I don't remember what it was, but it couldn't wait. I didn't want to, interrupt my thought.
Yeah.
And I knew I heard him, but I didn't acknowledge that I heard him.
Yeah.
So when he was like, when I was done, I'm like, what? He just lost his mind. It was so funny. He's like,
like, never mind.
Instead of getting pissed for like,
No.
are you listening to me? You
Right.
just died laughing.
Just laugh at it. Like, it's
Yeah.
so much easier to laugh at stuff
Mhm.
than to get angry at it. And like,
Mhm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my moments and
We
I'm
all
not,
do.
yeah, like I'm
We
not
all do.
saying for everyone to like just emotionally check themselves and be okay every single day, like no matter what they're doing. But like in the crowd sense, if stuff in your life is just too much, then maybe going to the sidewalk that day isn't the
Right.
right move.
Yeah.
If you're feeling overly sensitive, maybe the sidewalk's not there for you that day
Mhm.
because no one's ignoring you on purpose. No
Right.
one, you know what I mean? Like, people are just out there for the beeps and out there like holding their sign and listening to music, or maybe they're thinking of their to-do list, or maybe they're thinking of the trial, or maybe they have their iPod or whatever they're called, like the ear thingies in, and like they're listening to something. Like, you never know what's got someone's energy or attention.
Yep.
But just instead of going in thinking that their energy is negative to you, like, let's just try to start going into the room thinking everyone's energy is really positive, and leaving it to the room and leaving it to the sidewalk to prove us otherwise. Just assume everyone's got good intentions and is good energy. Not stupidly. Don't just blindly trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, just go in with like good energy, like energy wise, like I'm going in and everyone's going to be in a good mood. Just leave it up to them to prove it otherwise. But I feel like if you go in with that mentality that everyone's pleasant, everyone's in a good mood, and that we're all here for a good time, that like usually it works out that way. It pans out that way. But if you go in being like, oh, last time I was on the sidewalk, so-and-so snubbed me, or I don't know, like whatever, like drama, like comes to the sidewalk, like whatever it is, like if you come to the sidewalk carrying that, like toting that with you from the last time you were out there, and you bring it out again, like it's just going to get bigger and you're just not going to enjoy that sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And I can bet you no one else is really enjoying you being there either.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind speaking as a whole. People don't like negative people on the sidewalk. Like, we're all, I mean, there was one lady who had a dog that just barked too much. We didn't even like her.
Really dogging, yeah.
We're like, teach your dog some manners. It's not one of our little protest dogs.
Yeah, brought up that way. Brought up in
Yeah.
the protest environment.
That's why he doesn't go with us.
Yeah, our dog's an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to stay home so he can loiter. No, that's when you hang out. Rob the trash.
Oh, yeah.
Is that
Loot.
the right word?
Loot. Our dog loots.
Looting.
Yes,
He
that's
loots
the
us
right
when we're
word.
not home.
It's not loit. Singular of loiter is not loit. English lesson of the week. You're welcome.
Oh my God. All right.
All sorts of lessons tonight.
Yeah, let's wrap it up though. I think we've been on for a while and I'm exhausted and I'm sure you're exhausted. It was a long day.
I know I didn't get to really hang out with you guys earlier, so I'm enjoying this moment. But
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know that was the plan, but it stays.
oh no, I meant like on the sidewalk. I didn't really because
Oh,
you're saying
yeah.
like everyone's always moving around and doing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm so glad that you guys went to the brewery.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was
Yeah.
really nice to spend some quality time with those guys.
I want to do the same. They've invited me a couple of times to hang out with them, and I have said no. I think 3 times in a row.
Oh my
That was
goodness.
me. I wouldn't invite me again.
I'm not gonna lie, the pizza was really good.
Oh my God, it was delicious. We got what was it?
Hot.
Tater tot pizza. It was ridiculously good.
Yeah. It had bacon on it.
It did.
Brought me happiness.
So yeah,
The smile Dana just gave it says it all. He was
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
bacon.
whenever he says bacon, it's like he's got a big smile.
I do. I'm a fan. There's a couple of things I like, and bacon's one of them.
Yes.
Yeah. And Tracy's the other.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about as much as bacon though.
Well, that's
You
true.
gotta be
but-
quicker on your feet, Dana.
No, I'm telling you.
That was like so easy.
I know.
You were trying to set it up, but I was thinking about bacon still, so I got lost.
And there's no setup. You gotta be ready. It's always you gotta be ready for the lineup whenever it
On.
comes.
On.
Oh,
Right.
I wish I had someone say I'd like fire rapid flirtation with.
She knows my my charm, my boyish charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave the room.
She's been living it for like 10 years.
I love you guys together.
We love
I
you
really
too.
do.
We love you too.
I'm grateful for the both of you.
Well, we're grateful for you as well.
Yeah,
We love you.
I'm very, very happy to have you in our world.
Yes.
thank you. The
The
feeling
world
is
is a
very
better
deep.
place with Jen in it.
Exactly.
I concur.
Good
You
night,
concur?
good night, Dennis.
All right, everyone.
Dennis,
Yeah.
did I meet the challenge? Did
Yeah,
I?
he said A-OK earlier.
Okay, good.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
Good.
Yeah, he's going to bed.
Going to bed.
I know. I'm going to bed too, Dennis.
It's a
Yeah.
long day, Dennis.
It was.
Good job today, bud.
It was a great day today.
Yeah.
It was it just started out great and it just the whole day was just positive and loving and awesome. It was just love.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
want the way Dennis Sweeney looks at Brenda is my chef's kiss.
Aww.
I want Dennis to look at me like that.
I want Dennis to look at me
Yeah.
like that too, but I don't want Brenda to beat me with the American flag in the back
Yeah.
alley. So
Beat you with an American flag.
Oh, shit.
Can you see her? You're like,
I
a
totally
little. Yeah.
I'm not messing with her. You
No.
can the way she can just take people rolling by and they're like blah blah blah, blah and she's like,
She's laughing
Yeah.
at them like,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm like she's tough as nails. She'll slit your throat when you're not looking.
Exactly.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
phases her. They're the ones you have to worry.
That's right, Erica. The way we look at bacon, it's no joke.
Yeah. Dennis said she's snoring. So
about.
we had a long day too.
I'm telling her you said that.
Good night, birthday girl.
Good night, birthday girl.
Yeah.
All right. It has been a pleasure. I'm
has.
nervous to rewatch this one because there was a
No, it's
lot
a
of
good one.
giggling.
Yeah, this was fun. This was a lot of fun.
Time flew.
Again, I think getting back to the start is definitely critical at this stage. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that based upon Legacy Place, I feel regenerated.
Yeah, refreshed.
I think refreshed.
Restart.
We did. We want to hit the reset button. I think we did. So I'm hoping
Yeah.
that it snowballs from there, and everybody feels that just being re-energized. And let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the same. I think that everyone is ready for it and it's healthy and good
Yeah.
to have a reset button and to have a moment where we just reflect and say, like, that was fun.
Yeah.
What would we change on the second go around? Since Auntie Bev gifted us that.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah.
I'd focus more on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the positive energy and the positive feeling. And I'm so grateful, like truly, for Dennis reaching out this week and planting the seed, because it was already stuff that we had discussed that we were going to talk about. But to be quite honest, I was coming at it from a very different angle. Not that he changed my mind, but just the way I was going to express it.
Mm-hmm.
I was coming at it from a completely different angle, and I appreciate and love the angle that we took tonight way more than my original plan of action. To be way more.
Yeah.
It's more natural to how we really talk about stuff too.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can get hot-headed, don't get me wrong, but it usually ends up in fits of laughter.
Yeah. As you can tell.
Yeah. Nothing's ever like earth-shattering and horrible and negative.
Yeah.
Hi, Gary.
Gary Titus is in the house. He's like, you're still
I mentioned you once or twice.
Yeah, we mentioned
like
it
30 times.
For like 30, yeah.
For like 30. Yeah. Team Gary.
Yep.
But yeah. And who else did I call out? Erica, Dennis, and Brenda, the birthday girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Scott McGinnis, because seriously, they're
right.
You want to know who the most valuable member of the movement is, people? Scott McGinnis. MVP. That man shows up.
Everything.
Yep. Yeah,
you want to measure yourself to somebody, measure yourself up against him.
Yep. So true.
If there was anyone of any more importance, but there isn't. But yeah, he's dedicated as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
And always with a good attitude about it. Even if he's upset about something, you'll get him here and there, spouting off, but it's very short-lived.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those just needed to get it out of my system. Now I'm good again.
Yeah. Yep.
And he knows his stuff too. He knows every single detail of every single thing that goes on in this trial, and he knows all of the cases. Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
He's like the Rain Man of true crime.
Yeah.
I like that nickname for you.
Rain Man of true crime. I don't know if I like it.
AKA Madman.
Madman. Scott Madman McGinnis.
Yes.
Oh shit.
All right. Well, I need to go get Aiden off of the VR set because
it's been a long time.
Full time.
Tell the kids I'm sorry I missed them today.
They'll hold it against you forever.
I know.
Yeah. Or they won't even realize that you were invited.
They won't even care. Yeah. Could go either way.
I didn't rat you out. I didn't tell them that you chose other people over.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. I won't let them know that. I won't let them know that you were gleefully looking forward to seeing their beautiful cherub faces till you were asked to go to a brothel. I mean, I don't know. Brothel was for fun, and I knew it was the wrong word, but I still wanted to say it.
High five.
High five. No, the other way. There you go. High five.
That's the type of Sunday afternoon you had.
Awful. I appreciate you not telling your children I went to a brothel today. Thank you.
There's still time.
That's true.
I'm gonna go
Get
tell
to
them
bed, kids. Get to bed.
where Tracy was this afternoon.
Yeah. Auntie Tracy says go to bed.
Yeah.
Now. Roxy's already. Look at this baby.
Oh, she's sleepy too, huh? Roxy.
Well, listen, before we scoot, I do want to say from one veteran to all the veterans, tomorrow is Veterans Day. So happy Veterans Day. Thank you all for your service.
Yes, thank you, Dana, for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dana.
But again, thank you. So you see a veteran, you see someone out there tomorrow, thank them. It goes a long way. I remember the first time I was ever thanked in public. It was, again, like to the movement. Sometimes that little thank you means a hell of a lot.
Recognition.
The recognition is really, really, a big thing. So
yeah,
thank you all to all you veterans out there.
I agree.
Thank you, Mizzy. Thank you, Cheryl.
Aw, you guys are the bestest.
I know.
All right.
So we should end on Brenda's pledge.
So we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance or Brenda's. All right.
Good night, guys.
I love you.
Bye, Jen.
Good night. Thank you so much for coming on and speaking such beautiful truths. I love you.
We'll see. I'll judge it when I watch the rewatch.
Okay.
I'll watch it twice so we get 2 views.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Jen.
I can't leave the chat. Hold on.
Oh, shit. What a great day.
Oh, I'm sweating. I'm laughing so hard. That was awesome. God love Jen. Sundays with Jen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I think today was great. Like we said, it was a good, restart, like Scott said, there's no rule book here. There's no guidebook that we're following. We don't know what the hell we're doing. This is all so new to everybody, and this has never happened before.
Right.
So, I mean, we're doing a bang up job, I think. So let's just stay together as a group and a movement, and just everybody love everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's on there too. Everybody.
Yeah, let's.
Everybody love everybody! Come on!
Everybody love everybody.
Seriously, right?
All right, we're going to take you out with Brenda's Pledge of Allegiance. So good night, everybody.
Thank
We
you
love
all.
you.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day.
Tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.